Welcome aboard, everyone.
Enigma long on the GC2.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Othrew.
Alrighty then, good morning everybody. Are you ready? Indeed. Don't forget, trading is risky and all that business. My name is Vinny Emini. If this is your first time with us, welcome aboard. You have been missing out. Speaking of missing out, we have been out for a little bit, so we've had a lot of people shifting around. It's great to have Eddie back. He's we don't like to tell people when people are going off on vacations and stuff like that, because I mean, just people on the internet are a little weird, you know what I mean? Hey, but when we return, we do celebrate that someone has returned safely. Eddie's spent some time in Italy, which is awesome. Great to have him back. And of course, I've had additional responsibilities and all that kind of whatnot. Along with that, we have added a few other additional people to our crew. We'll be introducing those soon this month in October. This is our 9th year. Can y'all believe that? Number 9. Wow, 9 years. Next year will be a decade of AlgoBox and being public with everybody. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm a little nostalgic lately on where we've been, where we've come from. Watching AlgoBox, the software itself, change. I know a lot of people talk about their growth and they're like, oh, you know, they're just like subscriber count. I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a little different here. Watching this software grow, it's like it's kind of like a little, you know, it's one of my babies. Now I don't want to associate it with my children. Okay, I have 4 amazing children. It's not the same. Okay, so anybody who, I mean, I know everybody loves to put on their judgment hat and whatever. I'm not saying that my software is like my children, but you know what I mean. If you have developed and created something over a period of time, you might refer to it as your baby. Okay, some people refer to their cars as their babies. I'm not one of those kind of guys. But you know, the software and what we've grown here, it is it's pretty awesome. So this is our 9th year. Welcome aboard. The reason I'm also emphasizing that is we're going to do something special on Friday, maybe the day before, maybe Thursday, but to celebrate our 9th year being out there public, we'll be doing something special. So if you've been on the fence thinking about AlgoBox, this is a great time to get on board. We'll have some special offers and things. Right now, you've probably seen that the old discount offers have been expired for quite a while, but we'll be doing some discount offers starting on Thursday and Friday. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We might even do a giveaway here today, but we're currently in a contest. So here's some other things. If you're coming on here with us today, by the way, it is 9:07. We're still about 20 minutes until the U.S. Open. I'm not just killing time. I mean, I kind of am killing time because the U.S. Open still is about 20 minutes away. And right now, this 45-degree angle, slow grind, march up thing is not exactly my favorite style or favorite type of trading. Okay, we're just, right now, be careful going short on anything, on any of these plays. Right now, I would, let's go ahead and talk to the people who are in the middle of trades because we are talking about other things, but it is important to know like what our primary objective is here. Let's grab the measurement from this bottom tip to the center of these two. This is an important location here. 420 ticks. So probably another 420 to the next location, which is going to be up here, 25 340s. Okay, where this push can go. Double cross, double move, a 6 and a 3/8. This wasn't even an increasing value. It's a decreased, so likely more continuation up. Just be very careful playing anything short here this morning. At the same time, the market can make a shift and a turn any given moment, but if you're trying to look at what numbers we're looking at, there's a double cross, double move scenario there on the high time frame. And yesterday, again, we're trading all-time highs. Markets are making all-time highs again on the 89 high time frame. This is the 89. Okay, straight up, more bars, more than a double move from the centerpiece right here. This has gone beyond this leg was 2/3 of the leg that has already moved here. So, anyway, just be careful on the all-time highs scenario. This is difficult market areas for me. Some people love this stuff. Some people, the buy and holders and the people who are like, markets always go up and they only go long. This is a great market opportunity for them. I like to play both directions, and I also do enjoy the short side as a scalper trader who is trading, not investing. Markets move faster to the south than they do to the north. People think about when they're buying into something, that really think about and consider what they're doing when they're ready to exit something and sell and get out. Okay, they're like, out, get out, get out. And they get out quickly, they get in slowly. So we talk about this in our training program. We're also going to talk about that. We have another video done. So another edit was completed last night. Video number 2 of the boot camp has now been fully edited. So if you have not taken the 8-day boot camp yet, you need to go and check that out. It's free currently. It will be under a paywall after all 8 are completed. So we're still working on that. I know we've been working on that for a while. Then, when people are in and out, it's in, life and family schedules and things of that sort. We're not quite there yet. We're bringing on new people, etc. So a lot of things in the move. We do have a updated release planned, and that's coming here in the final quarter. So that may be coming out this month as well. I know I'm going to do a lot of announcements here this morning. This is the first time back after, I think we have had no live streams from, I think it's just been a week, but it might have been a week and a couple days. So just trying to catch up on a few things here this morning. So if you're new with us, please bear with here just for a couple more minutes here. We still have 20 minutes till the US Open. The 8-day boot camp, though, yes, you need to go and make sure you get that while it's free. The first 2 videos now are also super quick. No, it's been fully cut. No no ums, no reiterations of things. So straight through, pause it, play it faster, however you are good at attaining information. Let's see. What else were we talking about there? How's everybody doing? Good morning, everybody. Let me get the chat on the screen here. Getting a little rusty from not being on live stream. Got to remember the 500 buttons to press. There we go. Now we've got the chat on screen as well. I think I've got everything, but one of the things that I don't have, so let's talk about the competition. That's what we need to get into. So competition, go check out our Twitter feed. Please follow me over there at x.com/Vinny Emini. We're back on Twitter or X. Let's go with what it's called, X. All right, we're back on x.com. So do me a favor, head over there, hit the follow. Eddie's got you a link down there to that, or there's one. I don't know if there's one in the description of the videos right now. I don't think we've even added that. It's so new. But Patrick Weiland has recently put out kind of a call out to everybody to, hey, there's this, we're going to do this competition. It's going to be a short one. It's a 5-day event. It is started yesterday and through Friday. I was up 1,000 yesterday into the day, down 1,000. So I don't think I'm going, I'll be honest, I hate to just admit it, but it is. I like to play to win, but I don't think we're winning this one at all. The top guy I saw yesterday at the end of the day, there's somebody up $57,000 on day one. To get in the top 50, you have to be up $30,000, and you're only allowed to trade 10 contracts. So this isn't like I can do my usual routines of playing max 40 and 50 contracts. Not possible. So it's going to be tricky. I'm going to have to basically YOLO at this point to even get in the top 50. Okay, the top 50 is 10,000. Top 10 is 30,000, and the top guy is 57,000 on day one. And I guess you count it day one, but I guess it's kind of two, because there were people trading apparently Sunday evening, which makes sense. You know, I don't work on Sundays. You know, we'll talk a lot about that as well. I think that There are some very important things in life. Listen, the most important thing you can ever do is accept Jesus Christ's free gift that he gave to you. There's only one person that died for you that I can think of. I mean, maybe you guys have some existential circumstance where somebody pushed you out of the way of a bus and died for you, okay, but no one else died for you. And the God of the universe, the one verse that he spoke everything into existence, came here to experience mankind, did it perfectly. You can't do it perfect. I can't do it perfect. He did. He died for you. That is the most important thing you can do today, because you are not guaranteed tomorrow, folks. If you look around you and see what's going on in the world, they're already implementing digital IDs in the UK. If you have read your Bible, you already know the end of the story. If you're a person who likes to know what things are coming up, I would suggest you start reading the Bible. I think that, I post Proverbs on a regular basis. I don't know, it hasn't been super regular, trying to get back on that with you guys, but I have said in our first sets of videos, if you want to get wisdom, go to Proverbs. If you want to know what the end of the world looks like, you want to know what's coming, and if you don't believe in the end of the world, look, I think you should do this. Like, not necessarily, I don't want to be doomsdayer here, but if you want to see things that have already even occurred, that are in the presence of occurring, these things have already been written and prophesied, you might want to check out the book of Revelations, Ezekiel, and Daniel. Those are the 3 books you might want to go check out. And then you're going to have a really hard time going, how did they predict what is happening now thousands of years ago? And that's just a logical conclusion. And there are other things. I think somebody posted in the room the other day about coincidences, and they asked ChatGPT, what are the odds? What is the statistical odd of these things being random on some certain events? And it was like 1 in 3 trillion. That the amount of events that have occurred, pre-called, and the things that are the stage that is being played in front of your eyes, the battles between good and evil, the spiritual realm. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and the rulers of the darkness of this age. You need Jesus. You do not have to understand all of those things. There's a Bible passage that says, what good is it if I know all of these things, if I know all about the angelic realms, if I know all about symbologies and all of this, what man thinks as these high-minded ideas? What good is it if I have not love? At the end of the day, love is more important than all of those things. And there is one God of the universe who died for you. There are many lowercase g gods, but there is only one Lord of all lords, King of kings, and he came here. Jesus died for you. That is the most important thing that I can ever tell you or anyone else. Make sure you understand that. If you don't know what to do about that, on the left-hand side of Discord at the top, the very first thing on our Discord is a section that says prosperity is yours. Now, what does that mean? Abundance, life. I have a twofold ministry. I want to help you here with the software and with our trainings to be rich here on earth. But even more important than that is to be rich in the kingdom of God, because eternity is way longer than the 80 to 120 years that you might have on this earth. Okay. Apparently in America, the average lifespan is, I think it's, was it 75? Okay. Wars and rumors of wars, digital IDs. A lot of these things have already been predicted thousands of years ago before they ever even knew these things. Literally, they even talk about the missiles that are guided, that can fly through the air, that seem like they have minds of their own. These were already written about prior. Anyhow, if you're trying to look for proofs and be like, well, you got to prove it to me. Listen, if you continue to play that game, I'm happy to answer those for you. But I have found there is a warning around that. My son is learning some Bible passages recently, and a lot of us know John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. But right there afterwards, it has some additional pieces that we miss. And it says, for this is the condemnation. Anyone who believes or does not believe is condemned already, but he who does believe has basically circumvented the condemnation. But he who does not believe, this is the condemnation. And you don't want that. Okay, let me actually read that part, because I'm messing up the last part, because again, it's one that people don't really memorize too much, but it's I think it's important. So we know the John 3:16 component. Everybody's heard it. That's the easy part of the message. I don't say it's easy, but you know what I'm saying. John 3:16 itself focuses on God's love and promise of eternal life. That's the happy part. There's belief in the Son, but the concept of condemnation is explained in the subsequent verses in 3:17 through 18, stating that Jesus was sent to save, not condemn, but, and there's the big but, that those who reject him remain condemned already because of their unbelief. Condemnation is the spiritual state of those who do not believe in Jesus, having rejected his saving love and remain under God's wrath. Now, that is a commentation, so let's read the actual verse itself. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. This is the condemnation. All right, so there's the but part. Yes, it's the fear part. I personally don't care how you get there. If it was through fear, there's a Bible passage that says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. I'm just going to go, these other people are like, well, you can't use fear to the fear and greed are the two things that guide the market. So stop crying. Okay, we're traders and we're trading our time for something. Everybody's a trader. I kind of talk about this on a regular basis too. We're traders here on the charts. But everyone is trading something in life. Everyone is a trader. You're trading your time for something. A lot of people are trading their time for money every single day. We're all doing that. You're going to a job, doing work. I had a discussion with my wife the other day. Unless you're a farmer, aka, you want to be, do you want to be the Amish? And I'm not laughing about it. I'm literally going, dude, the Amish are doing a lot better than a lot of people. They don't have disease. They're not fat. They're healthy people, and they don't have all the diseases that we have while we're, jabbing our children and all this other kind of whatnots. And by jabbing, I'm talking about like pharmakia, I'm talking about all of the injections, this whole injection schedule nonsense that we do. And who knows, this video right here, YouTube may just ban it. I don't even know. They might remove it. So whoever is here and getting that message, this message could be erased, and not by my hand, but this, like, they're already stopping people from being able to talk. People in the UK are getting arrested for memes in the middle of the night. If you haven't seen this stuff, can't work without a digital ID. It's elsewhere, and everybody's like, oh, we're sitting over here in our little, happy huts in America, thinking that, oh, it can't happen here. Y'all, just saying, be careful. Be careful. We're getting a little. Pride goeth before destruction, and we sit around pridefully being like, oh, that can't happen here, nothing good. Listen, I've already read the end of the story, okay, and I'm not trying to be scary about it. The beautiful thing about knowing that you have accepted Christ is knowing that the end is just a new beginning, and it's not even a new beginning. God said when he sent us here, he said, I already knew you before I put you in your mother's womb, okay? So it is a going back to him. How cool is that? Okay, it's cool. But most of the time, death is scary. But everybody's going to die. Like, literally come to that realization, right? You're living right now, and I'm not trying to say we'll focus on death all the time. I'm not trying to do that to you at all. In fact, we should be focusing on life, and we will, and we do. That's why we miss it sometimes. Like, we're having such a good time. We're doing so well in life. He said that I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Okay, have that abundant life. Let's build that abundant life. Let's go for it. He says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Don't do it out there, and it's not like, oh, well, I should just sit back and do nothing. No, he also encourages you to do it with thy might, because he does also, when he returns, he's coming with reward. Your test here on earth, this is just a life test, folks. This is just a video game all around you. We're playing, I've kind of turned the markets into a video game. I joke about it with AlgoBox all the time. AlgoBox is just a video game. So is life. Now, I don't know about the whole simulation thing. I don't know that, if I can press through the walls, and I hear that people who've tripped out and like stare at the, edge of walls, that they can see the matrix and they see the ones and zeros in the walls. I don't know. Okay. The whole quantum thing. Yeah. That kind of, can't explain that. Don't know how, or even if that test is true, quite frankly. I mean, I have seen so many lies now at this point. Who knows? But you know who does? the one who created it all. If you still think it happened by accident, I mean, I know you think you're super logical and all that, but there's a famous guy who said, knowing a little science will make you an atheist. Knowing a lot of science will tell you there was absolutely a creator. So if you think you're smart enough to think that, oh, you know, I can't believe in God because I'm smart, no, it's the dumbest thing you can say. As soon as you actually know beyond the little, okay, you got a 10% level up there. Once you go to number 11, it's over. You're going to realize there's no way. There's too much design in everything, down to the most simple of things. If you get an injury on your body, like just a little cut on your arm, and how it heals, the complexity of that alone, don't even get me started on, go study the metamorphosis of a caterpillar to a butterfly, cicadas, oh my goodness, just saying. Okay, if y'all got questions, I want to try to answer them for you. All right, we got 5 minutes to the US Open. I'm in a contest, so I got my PW account here, Patrick Weiland. Shout outs to Patrick. Hey, I think it's a great idea to do some competitions in this space. Let people showcase what they're doing. I say that, and but you know, for me, we're down $1,000. Let's see if I go and I'm new to this, logging into this is through Legends. Let me see if I can pull up my tournament account thing. They have a dashboard here. Okay, so here's my dashboard. I'm down 1,120.60. Here's how it came down yesterday. All right, so here's where I'm currently at. The leaderboard on this, we can pull that up here in a minute, and let's see who the top person is. I'm pretty sure. And again, by the way, we're just doing this for fun this week, and who knows, it may be over today. Like if I can't put up some big numbers today, like big numbers. And yes, as I told you guys in the Discord chat yesterday, as I kind of walked you through, I showed trade number 1, I showed trade number 2, and then I got, oh my goodness, I could have. I called the end of the day so perfectly yesterday, but because of the small drawdown on these, where you only have a $5,000 drawdown, and when you're trying to hit a home run, and we got this like this is just some nastiness right here, right? We had this kind of play to the downside at the end of the day yesterday. If you go into the Discord and go look where I called we had a 1, 2, 3 banger, plus we had the 3 ready ups, which is what? The Titanic zone, right? We had a Titanic zone plus a 1, 2, 3 banger. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm really watching for this area for the big turn. And it was the most slow motion turning, and it went all the way to like the last 20 minutes of the day, and I couldn't hang. I couldn't hang, and then I missed the big move when it finally started to go. But I had exhausted myself. I had been on calls all day yesterday, and while I was trading and all that kind of whatnot. So, regardless, these are not excuses. You know, I have not been able to be full on into the competition. You know, like I would think you would want to be if you're like really like you had to do something. You know, it's not all that. I see, man, this is repetitive. All the YouTube traders are saying they are YOLOing and just having fun. Okay, so do you think that's bad, BF? So how about this? You know what I'm tired of is names like BF who come into the chat and troll. Why are you using a burner account to have that conversation? All right, do you not understand it's a 5-day competition thing? What would you like to see, BF? How about this? I'm actually interested. Like, what would you expect? You want everybody to take a virtual account that has a $5,000 drawdown seriously and think that, is there something else? So you're complaining about wanting to YOLO in a competition when it is literally whoever puts up the most numbers? Not trolling, just noticing. Okay. Well, what would you think it was? I mean, how about this? Let's just play it another way. Let's say that I came over here and I said, this is super serious. Okay, I'm like, y'all, I'm all in on this. I'm going to do so well in this every single day. I'm spending the next 5 days. Mind you, I've got 4 children. We've got a lot of other things going on to do. We're doing crazy camp out stuff coming up. We've got anniversaries coming up. This is our ninth anniversary here in AlgoBox. Like, there's a lot of things going on, but you want me to drop everything for a Patrick Weiland? I mean, dude, love the guy and all that, but he's just the master marketer of this whole thing. If you don't know that, I mean, he even admits to that, and that's fine. But what do you expect? Okay, you see, BF, let me ask you, how old are you? Like, and please be honest. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. How about this? Let's play this honesty game. Can we play the honesty game here for a minute? Let's start with a couple things, because what you just said there is very immature, and I don't want to insult you. I really don't. But I want to kind of give you some grace, because that's pretty ignorant to say when a competition is 5 days long. Do you think that the top person, let me ask you this. The person who hit $57,000 yesterday, since they're the top person on one day, do you believe one day makes a strategy? Number one. Number two, do you think 5 days makes a strategy? If someone trades for 5 days or one day means anything in the scope of being able to be a long-term successful trader and knowing that there are ups and down days. I hope you realize and you're mature enough to understand that that's kind of silly. Okay. And I'm trying to do this nicely, right, with you, to say, you know, all that's that's cute, right? Let me see if I can get the leaderboard stats here. Okay, here comes the market open. Generally, I like to sit on hands for the first 5 minutes. So let's see here. Tournament.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ.
Okay, so here's the leaderboard. If the whole point of winning the competition with a thing, like, I get the hope, but you think that somebody in 5 days is going to beat the people who are going to YOLO? Do you think that Miss Janica, whoever that is, that this is their normal thing? Okay. So, do you think that I could have made $58,000 with my strategy with 10 contracts yesterday? You know, if you're trading normal with keeping risk in mind and that those things actually mattered to you, you're not going to be putting up these kind of numbers with 10 contracts. And if you don't know that, so, you know, going to your question, so you're saying that's your point. Okay, but you notice you don't answer my question, right? You didn't answer how old are you? That's the point. Everyone is using the excuse, so you go straight to the excuse of YOLOing and having fun. Okay. See, well, it sounds to me like even the most retarded of influencers knows more than you, so that's sad. Like, what they're actually saying is legit. And you know me, I just shoot things straight. I just shoot to the hip on everything. They have a good day, then bust. But you can show these clowns with your consistency. So my consistency is what I'm trying to say is in my consistency with 10 contracts with the limits that are in this contest to begin with, playing within these bounds, I'm not doing those kind of numbers. I do those big kind of days with 40 and 50 contracts, right? So anyhow, like, can I come in here and do 7 to 8K a day with 10 contracts? Yes, that would be like a normal thing. Like 4 to 8K, that's normal. But even at 4 to 8K, if I was doing my normal trading with 4 to 8K over the next 5 days, on the high side, let's go 8 times 5. That's 40,000. That's over 5 days. This is where I would be if I was playing the way I normally do, at my max capacity here every day, undistracted, not anything else going on, so I could do 40K by Friday. The top guys at 58K on day one. You see what I'm saying?
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, so I'm going to ask one more time. Would you help me out? How old are you, BF? And I've already told you, if you've been hanging around here a long time before, like, you don't respect me. So don't come over here and try to pretend like you respect me, because I've asked you guys, if you respect someone, I've asked a very simple thing. I've said, don't have one letter names like BF. If you're so lazy and you're going to use account names like BF, where I have to address you as Mr. BF, you wouldn't do that to people in person, but you do it online, and yet you're coming here to speak to me online. I've asked respectfully to have a real name. Don't use burner accounts. And if you are, like, anyway, I've asked that. If you've been hanging around, you would know that. So you're not respectful. So don't come over here and tell me like, oh, you know, I'm with you, whatnot, which is what your next statement says. And I'm reading here. Okay. But yeah, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, again, I think other people are. While I'm addressing it to you, I think it helps other people to know, also know. But okay, what's our time? We got 45 seconds. 45 seconds. But you want to see consistency. So here is actually lately, even as I had been away for a week with live streaming, I had some red days going into the end of this stuff, like some pretty big ones. I had three red days in a row, then a small win day here, and another red session. We're playing in this area right now of these all-time highs. I've got videos around all-time highs from about 3 or 4 years ago, and I had to even go back and remind myself. I didn't go back and watch the videos, but I reminded myself, this is not my favorite environment to play in, where things don't have... It seems very irrational. Like there's moves that will just, you know, just tick and just like slow motion grind into areas. But here's what I mean. Let me go to live areas. Okay. If you scroll through here and you see us come out here day after day, and I'm not trying to say like I'm over here every day, win, but we're showing wins and losses. There's a lot of greens here, a lot of greens. But we have come into this, you know, there was a slump here going into us, you know, and I didn't take time off because I had red days. That's not what was going on. There's just, it's timing of a lot of things going on right now. Here's a red day. Scroll back. You can search for red on this and you'll find, here's a red day. Here's a red day. Scrolling.
NQ on the 35. Fit.NQ on the 4.
Okay, now this channel we just started a couple months ago, coming back to this. The other channel, if you are interested in, well, where are all the others? So if we go over here to the other AlgoBox official YouTube channel. So we were live streaming here on this one. There's a whole story behind our shift from this, but then you can basically kick back up here and go, now scroll more. See how this was 4 months ago? So we just relaunched over on this smaller YouTube channel because, you know, just understanding, trying to look into the YouTube algorithm. It seems as though these smaller channels, like they'll grow a small channel quickly. There's a whole thing around it. Anyhow, we're over here doing it. It doesn't matter. You know, we're working on things to let people know what a great product AlgoBox is. At the end of the day, yes, I am marketing for AlgoBox and I'm a trader. We're trying to do both. Whether I'm doing it well or not, that's up for debate, which is why we're hiring other people to help us out along those areas. So you'll see some new names and faces around here very soon. Okay, so let's talk about this. So if you're scrolling through here and going back even farther, I think we were on this YouTube channel for 1.5 years, 2 years plus, and we have built up our repository of all of the trainings. So if you come over here into the video section, these are, you know, look at these nice thumbnails. If you're looking for a topic, you can see them all here. At the same time, this isn't probably the fastest way to curate and get information around AlgoBox, although every topic and every component that we have is spoken of in an individual broken down video with these thumbnails that are just, you know, plain thumbnails that just, here's what it is. Here's the 2-try rule. You want to know about what's the recency is key, what's the piercer play, what's the masher, what's the plover, what's the super AO. You can't come here, but the idea that we did with this was to have the repository here. However, the best way to get to knowing what we're doing is actually go to our documentation section on the website, which has text along with links to this, and the videos are at the end of that. And you should go through the 8-day boot camp to get, you need a lot of information compacted so that you kind of get the big picture, see how things are done. The live stream should also help you. Like, I think that's the most helpful way for anybody to learn anything, is to just see someone doing the thing that you want to learn. So, all right, I've been going on and on about things. Let me see if I can get my head back in the game here. And but yes, so I don't know why you're gonna fault me for wanting to YOLO on day number 2 on an account that doesn't really matter. Like, yes, it does. Like, whoever you're complaining about, that you're just like, oh, they're just YOLOing and having fun now. Well, that is kind of the point. However, why don't you encourage your influencers to do what I do? Like, where's the rest of them live streaming every day, showing every trade? Does that happen somewhere else? So, but we do want people to know, like, the problem I think with most of our stuff is that people just don't even know that we exist, that we're out here. And so we're working on that. We got literally, I hired somebody on the 1st, October 1st, that we will be introducing, and their job is to help us grow, and specifically in the affiliate program. So how many of you guys are affiliates? So do we have any of the affiliates hanging out here with us today? Good morning, Justin. Welcome aboard. I've been referred here. Oh, nice. Who referred you? Welcome aboard. But the affiliate program, like, I'm going all in on affiliate. Let other people talk about it, not just me. This is not, a lot of the trolls like to say, oh, no, Vinny's got an ego, it's all about him. I mean, there's a lot of things that, that can support their thoughts and ideas, because Vinny speaks firmly, whatever their whole ideas around that is. But there's a lot of things that also thwart that. I care about our community, and I'm not a big, like, oh, building the community kind of person. I just want to build the community. That's definitely not, I don't know. I think that's weird. I think it's a cop-out personally, but I want you guys to succeed. I want whoever is coming under my wing to succeed in trading. I really want that for you. And I want to put the best tools in your hand and give you the best opportunity to succeed in the shortest window of time possible. All right, so we got you guys typing ones. All right, look, we've got some affiliates in here. There's the affiliate program. Eddie's putting a link there. If you want to tell people about us, we have, I believe, as far as I know, we are the highest paying affiliate in the trading space. I don't know of anybody else paying out on day 1 25% of all affiliate stuff that you bring in. 25%. Now, the good news for the affiliates, hey, check this out. If you want to tell your networks, come, it may be Thursday or Friday. It should be Friday, 10/10. Our goal is to do this on 10/10, but 10/10 is a big day for us here and around our family, so I don't know how that's all going to go, but I will tell you around 10/10 this month, because this is our 9th year in the 9th month, which was supposed to be last month, but again, a lot of things, people going on vacations, a lot of other items. There were things going on inside of company areas that we couldn't get our whole full launch going there, but this is our 9th year last month in the 9th month. Pretty cool. So I will just say there's going to be some 99s involved in the sale that we're going to bring. Okay. However, you might want to start telling people, hey, get ready. There's going to be an awesome launch on Friday of a great pricing, along with a cool opportunity if you are using some of the trader funding programs. Okay. We just had that would have been a nice short there. Let's see how far that went here from the trips down to it. 97 ticks, almost the exact 100 tick move there. Very nice. I'm hearing selling coming in pretty hard. I'm going to jump in on that real quick. Am YOLO in that spot here. We've got a big set of sellers. We'll see if they have some continuation on that. And here we go. Now I've got a stop that I want to put back behind our 13.5. I'll put it right back here behind the 50 cent. If we end up popping up over that, that will be a stop out. So continuation on the 13.5, looking for it. Remember, we had this over here. I'm going to draw this for the Titanic zone. So Titanic zone, I'm looking to see if this can come out another 100 to 150 ticks out of this zone. Now what I want to do is take the middle of that guy and do a 125 for the measurement to see where the take profit zone will be for that. And again, I am pretty much, the reason I'm going all 10 contracts on it, because yes, I am YOLOing. Now, the size here, let me get this 125. All right there. Here's my take profit zone. Oh, looks like it's gonna go out and stop out. Oh, boo. Okay, so this is the take profit zone for Little Bear in here. Oops. And what I mean by, like, when I'm saying YOLO, I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna go over here and trade, like, when you should be having 5 sizes. If you have been through my training program, you know that I'm going to be trading 5 sizes. You're going to have a toe in the water, quarter position, half position, full. Okay, well, what I mean by in a trading competition, I'm going YOLOing, I'm using all my contracts. Okay, we've got a break of the dot. I'm going to do a 2-try rule. I'm going to try it one more time. Very small stop here, right above. I'm going to hit add stop here. Going to have a hard stop because, again, when you're playing a competition account, you have to play it differently. But in not a competition account, a real competition, if we were going cash account, it's a different way to play. Okay. Whoa. Why did that stop not work? Okay. All right. Bummer. All right. Sorry, I'm having to chat too much there on all that. But so 2 stop outs in a row. So I'm coming out here with. Oh, I got no sound there. There we go. All right. Loser so far here on my first 2 trades here, and this is in a Titanic zone, looking for the move out, looking for a head fake up, and looking for us to get down into here. Hopefully going to be able to catch one of those, unfortunately, because again, the way that I am trying to YOLO this account is, okay, we're going to hit it. We're coming back again. Okay, one more time. And I mean, this could be the end of it. If we're not going to get it going here this morning, like, I'm going to give up on the contest and I will move over to my own normal cash accounts again and just play normal here, because I'm trying to get up on the boards, and mainly it's just, can I get on the leaderboard at this point? But you know, looking at the numbers, the top, like I said, top 10 guys, the top guy, I've got to get to 30,000 just to get in the top 10. So the competitor component in me is going, okay, can we get there? But even because I have to take these, you know, small stops and I don't have wiggle room to work with here, it is more difficult, right? And it is going to be something that I don't want to say I can't play the way I normally would. Well, not if I want to be a winner, you know what I mean? Or not if I want to really place in the competition. So here's all the way to top 50. So to get in the top 50, it's now at 17,000 to be in top 50 now. So I'm looking at just went over and scrolled through. If you are on this is thelegendstrading.com/tournament if you want to see the numbers. So to even get on the boards, it has to be at 17,000. And remember, these are still virtual accounts. I mean, does everybody understand that? Like, why I'm saying, like, what we're doing here, like, doesn't matter, right? It's like, this isn't even real money. This is like, you know, and yes, you notice that I have the dollars on the table too, because in the competition, that's all that matters. Nobody's going to go, well, like, let me ask you this. Do you think anybody at the end of the competition is going to go, well, what was your percentage win rate? Well, what was your PE rate? Or, well, what was your win ratio? What was your Sartino ratio? You know, nobody's going to be asking that. Nobody's going to go like, well, what was your strategy and all that kind of whatnot? I mean, they might, like, the top person will probably be asked, like, what their thing was. And then when you find out on day one, it was just like YOLO, are you going to be like, oh, well, that's the greatest trading strategy on earth. Like, I can't wait. I'm going to go sign up for that. I'm going to trade whatever way that person did. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe we find out, okay, we're breaking over the cross there. So got to close out again. All right. So did not make its way all the way there. Again, and I'm not taking on this YOLOing scenario here. I'm not taking profits along the way like I normally would. Does everybody understand that? Waste of time, money in those bucket shops. Yes, and that's what I've been saying. Like, look, I'm going to give this a shot here. I'm going to YOLO it here yesterday and today. And if it's not, okay, we're going to get back to business doing our normal trading. We'll switch back over and I will do my cash account again and we will just trade like normal. I will take normal stops and targets. Here I am literally trying to catch up and get a home run to try to get on the boards, right? Doesn't that just make sense? How do I have AO configured? That's a great question. Oh, are we going again? Okay, I'm giving this one more shot here. If this pops up over that, okay, and we close out over the cross. All right, I'm out. I am out. I'm pretty sure I should be out of the competition now. That's 4,000, and yesterday I was down 1,000. I believe the drawdown was 5,000. Isn't that correct? So, or is it 5,000 per day? I don't know. I guess I need to check with Don on that. Hey, Don, are you here? Don is my man with the plan here on how the whole $5,000 drawdown or whatever that stuff is, how it works. Oh my goodness, it's gonna come back through one more time. Need to hear sellers. See if we can get an entry here. We're on neutral. What I want to catch is the neutral into red and catch a big set of moves. I want to catch a big 100 tick play on that, right? $5,000 end of day. Okay. So I have 5,000 intraday. Okay, because I was adding in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm down 4,000, and yesterday I was down 1,000. So I was like, okay, I've hit the 5K, right? I've tried to swing for the fences, and we're at 5K. Okay, so I have, when this says minus 5K, that's when the stop out is. Okay, so I have one more shot in the gun here, y'all. Now, the reason I say that is basically if I'm not going to keep trying in the competition through the, actually, I don't think I could anyways. I believe, again, this is new to me on the whole. I got a $5,000 drawdown, 10 contracts, that lock-in scenario here. I believe this is how it works. If I get 5K, I'm out, right? So I will obviously have to. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to. I'm just going, I have to, right? And just go, yeah, like the YOLO contest, I didn't win. Okay, so it's competition TikTok version of the Robbins Cup. How do I have AO configured? But let's talk about that on this lower time frame, but a higher time frame. I have tuned to a lower number than normal. I believe I have it set all the way down to 5. Oh no, is it moving right now? Right, of course. Flowmaster Alpha Omega, yeah, 5. Here it is. Okay, I'm just to show this to you quickly. Okay, it's 518 for low strength, high strength. That's what I've got. Okay, if you have deeper questions on it, let me know. Again, we see more here. We've got. They're piling up here. We've got a good strong set of, this should be red. Sorry, I didn't mark this earlier because we're playing the juggle game here with you guys. Let's take profit zone for the little bear, and now we have almost a big bear in here. We got a little bear and a big bear in this space. It's only 5K, nothing per day. Oh, overall. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the idea in this contest, sure, like it would be cool to get some notoriety, right? It would. I'd just being straight up about it. Yeah, it would be great if, Patrick Weiland's out there being like, wow, what's all that AlgoBox thing everybody's heard about? Well, haven't heard about. Oh no, your account is set to liquidation. Okay, there it is. Nope, they're not letting us trade anymore. Okay, so it is overall. So it's not per day. Like, I was right. Okay, so that's it, folks. It's over. Well, so I will have to disconnect from the Legends. I am not a legend, apparently. I was not able to win the Legends trading 5-day YOLO contest with Patrick Weiland. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. Didn't happen. So I'm out. Okay, so this is with Trade of 8. I need to connect to my services. Any questions around that before? Does everybody understand? Is there anything else I need to show on that for anybody? I mean, I don't want to do the whole like, oh, he's trying to hide something. There's no hiding. Like, I'm out, y'all. Like, we're done. Okay. Could have done a better job publicizing the rules and all that. I mean, look, I kind of rushed into it. I found out about it on Friday. I don't do anything on Sundays. Saturday was super busy around here. I tried to sign up super late Sunday night and then figure out all the connections, get all that kind of whatnot. And I'm not trying to give excuses or all that kind of whatnot. I'm just going, hey, I was excited. I thought it was a good idea. Have some fun with it. And yes, I mean, our system can do quite well. This type of environment isn't, you guys know if you have been around for a while, all-time highs, grinder days are literally the ones, if you go back and look at my trading history, my most difficult days. I am more of a bear player. I make the trades quickly because of the fact that I told you earlier. Sellers sell quickly, moves are quicker. I like to try to pick up the quick ticks. When a market's in a slow grind up, not gonna be my favorite. Happened to be, no, just happens to be on Monday. Slow grinder up till end of day and called it, but then it did this. Like, this will probably end up down here. And as soon as I switch over to my other account, I will still be watching this to play the small bear, big bear in here. Make a play, look for an entry. Let's see if I played this well. So let's ask ourselves, did I play this well? Well, I didn't get the ultimate entry, which was here. I was gabbing away there this morning. This was the ultimate entry. The question is, so if you really want to know, is the system good? Well, this was the call. This was the play. This is where we should have been entered in short. And then we could have just held this, right? We could have just held this, continue to grind, slow grind, doing all this stuff. But by the time I'm looking at it and ready to actually take a play here, where did we enter? I'm going to hit Control E. Should show us our entries. Okay, so I start getting here. Yes, on this one, we start to hear the aggressiveness of the sellers on this leg going, okay. We knew that I wanted to get in short, put in the take profit zone down there with this entry hit right here. Now, normally on a first play like this, if this is going to move down, I'm going to take profits at a 20 and a 40 almost always on the first move. Okay, then I'll be looking again to play into a position for the big play. So I would have already taken a 20 and a 40 in a normal situation and scenario. If you guys have been around a while, you know that's how we play. This was the initiator of this play. Okay, everybody understand that? Type a 1 if you do, 2 if you're new and maybe don't know, 3 if you're still here to just troll me, that's okay too. But this is a Titanic zone with an 8.7. It's not quite a 10, but pretty close enough. That's an awesome play here to get short on it, right? So we get short, you can hit, remember this was 97 ticks to the green dot. So if you're holding to the opposing signal, you're exiting at 97 ticks for your runner. You're catching a 20, a 40, and a runner to 100 ticks normally. Okay. Now, me just thinking again, explaining through what we've been doing on our trading competition and all that's going into that, and me gabbing on about the things that I do believe are even more important than money and the things going on in earth and spiritual nature and the things that are happening around you, like literally from the UK to Canada and the tyranny that's being thwarted, or I don't want to say thwarted, being enforced everywhere that is coming on. I think these things are important. So we're going to be, if you don't like it, well, you know, go to find another channel, because I am going to be talking a lot about those things. They are the things that have been laid on my heart. Okay, another good one, but I can't take any trades here. Let me get switched over to my normal accounts. Do me a favor while you're here, smash that like button. I see a bunch of ones, so you guys know what that play setup should have been here through this play. I got all chopped up in this, and we're done with the competition. Again, YOLOing it to, you know, going full size. You're basically, I'm only going full size in a competition. That's not normal. If you're only going to be able to trade 10 contracts, you know my deal. You should be doing 1s and 2s, adding into those and playing them and taking, if you go through my whole training and you've seen me, how I play, you need 5 sizes, right? I'm sitting here I'm playing 2 sizes, but not even 2. I'm going all in because of day one, seeing the people, like there's a guy that's up there at 57,000. Like, you're not going to get up to that unless you are, you know, literally playing perfectly now at that point. Makes sense. Okay, not trying to make excuses, just saying this is where we are. Welcome aboard to the new folks. I'm gonna switch accounts here, just take a second. All right, smash that like button here for me, and I'm gonna disconnect here from this one. Legends, trade of 8, disconnect. All right, and reconnect to normies. I'll have to. Good news is I'll be able to set up full auto again, all that kind of whatnot for you guys all to see as well. All right, getting reconnected here. I'm gonna go ahead and reset our 5 trades as well. And the reason I'm doing this, I have to hit the drop down and switch to my account numbers and all kind of stuff. Not wise, not wise to be showing people your account numbers of any type, banking, trading, or otherwise. Let's see. So to switch and drop down, going to my account here. Okay, and then full auto. I want to switch those as well. Okay, so I got mine there, and now I want to get my another account set up on full auto. I could have just switched workspaces, I guess, and this wouldn't have to do all these, but hindsight's 2020. Okay, here we go. Setting all of those. Let me go zoom back here, and we're going to enable full auto across our 6 trading instruments. The markets have been a little bit slow here this morning. We're coming up on 10 o'clock. We might have 10 a.m. news. We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, we do. We have Canada IVPMI coming out here in about 45 seconds. Let's get some financial juice audio going on that. News coming out here in 30 seconds. So we'll listen into that and see if we get some volatility kick up there. Where are we going to move to? Don? Well, we can talk. I mean, if you're serious. But I mean, I know you're, if I understand from our conversations what I currently understand, you got quite a few folks that would I don't know, that would be impacted. I think you have tenants and things that you work with, but okay, here we go. Let me zoom out here and let's get to it. Oh, wrong button. That's not the one. We want to go to full screen with logo. There we go. Okay, so yeah, news right there. I'm gonna arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Make sure we've got the right quantities. Yeah, side to side. Oh, nope, that's not the right quantity. One. It goes ones, all the way across the boards. Okay. Alright. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Are we on the right contract month? December contracts.
Low impact news event.
Crude oil should be on November contract. Yes, that looks right. Okay, let me save workspace here real quick. Oh, what is our optimized range? Is it 39, I believe, correct? Can somebody check me on that? 39R, I believe, 39 for NASDAQ this week.
Low impact news event FOMC member Bowman speaks.
All right, let me save workspace one more time because I believe it's 39 for this week for NASDAQ. Yes, 39. Okay, thank you, Kazi. Okay, so as I said before I got so... Oh, it's a comedy of things going on there. It told you like, oh, it's a great setup. I want to get my account back online. It's a perfect play to the short side. And yeah, anyway, didn't get it. Hope somebody did. Anybody? Is anybody short on that? Correct, 39. Thank you, guys. Okay. There we go. 10:02. 2 minutes passed. Let's get back to business. All right, so let's zoom back down in here. So I'll be looking for plays on lower time frames. I feel like I'm forgetting something else, so feel free to speak up if there's something else that I'm forgetting to talk through. Again, first day back from being offline a bit.
We have posted out the Canadian IVP PMI report for September 2025. Read through.
Wait, is that for real, Plutonium? BDH World Battle is live. Join out. We heard you. Multiple resets now allowed. Dude, I'm done. No, like what? They're just gonna let people reset and YOLO nonstop? Okay. All right. I'm not saying I'm glad I'm out of the competition, but okay. Let's get back to business. Let me get my normal sizings, and here we go. We're gonna go all the way to the take profit zone. Anyway, so nothing like, I know people are like, well, you could have done it in the cut. Why couldn't you do it in the contest, Vinny? You didn't go and caught it, huh? You couldn't play it though, huh? Bad trade. Anyway, I can already hear the trolls now, but let's just ignore it. That did we just not? I mean, did we call that or did we call that? Can we type a 1 if you know what I'm saying? 1, having fun. 2, if you're new, and 3, if you still hate me and you're here to troll me. It's perfectly fine. Let's see. Did I miss it? There's a question earlier. You were talking about letting the bear out terminology and TPC from yesterday. Thank you, Kit. Let's definitely do talk about that. All right. There was some confusion yesterday. I feel really bad because obviously I have not been teaching very well. If one of our main guys, Papado over there, was confused by the difference between a take profit zone and letting a bear or a bull out. I feel like we can slap this back down in there. I am looking for a short. We are short here. I'm going to start in. Oops, I got to change all this. I want to get this back to, I like to do tick counts here. All right, so I'm a little timid on this now from my beating from earlier there this morning, but we should rock into this take profit zone. I mean, we should. Okay, I'm just saying. So I'm going to go half position here, getting started here this morning. As we come up, I'm going to try to add to my position. Wow, there's a lot of confusion going on here, y'all. A lot of chatter. Let's see. All right, I'm going to Seuss add on that. Trying to get into that take profit zone there. Nope, we're popping over it. Okay, I'm going to half up here.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 30.
Popping above the pivot there. I'm going to half up there, get smaller. If they're going to push all the way up in there, I want to get solid up in there. Would like to have a better play. Okay, there's my dot. Seuss. Oh, they missed me. Missed my entry. Okay. Tried to catch it there.
We have posted out.
I got a weird contract count there.
The speech for this moment on the feed for you to read through.
It's been one of those halvesies.
That also includes the video as well. And again, as I said, no comment on monetary policy or economic outlook.
Okay, and I'm going to stop out here. All right, so not great plays here. I am not doing well here today. So trying to catch up to the play. So this is the ultimate play set up as we come down in all the way to it. So I'm expecting this to come back down in here. So I am still going to be looking for a play here. Get ready. Okay, I'm taking the next play. Get ready. Are we still on the moderate sell? Yes. Okay, just need. Okay, and reiterating one more time, going slightly larger, going to go 24s on the HMD. King timing scenario, back up into the bear zone, expecting them to defend. Now, the best play is going to be waiting for AOs. I want to see AO number 1, AO number 2. This is a defense leg area. Now this is defense, okay? The defense leg. So if we do have documentation on that. Eddie, could you pop a link in the chat when you get a second for the defense leg thing? I want to pull it up here in just a moment after I complete out this trade to see how this goes. Oh, okay. Switch dot. All right, I'm going to take a loss here. All right. Well, taking the loser. Switch dot here, and it did not break. If that dot breaks, I can...
Or 50% for imported steel.
I'm not complaining about financial juice. They need to talk. It's just it's like right when I'm thinking about having something to say, they're also they need to talk to us about the news. Okay, so best plays in a defense leg. You should be thinking 2 cross. Okay, into the defense leg. If it's going to come back in here and they're going to fend it, they're basically, if the bulls are going to push them back into the bear zone that we've identified previously, they want to defend it. And when they defend, it comes in the form of AO crosses. Okay, they'll push into it, and then they're like, okay, got those contracts, and then they'll start to work back the position. The first one, tricky spot. You're going to probably have more risk on the first one. The second and the third are going to be the absolute best in these areas, historically speaking. Now, thank you, Eddie. So Eddie pulled in the defense leg. So if you click on that link there with me or not, I'm going to bring it on screen here. So here's the defense leg stuff that you might want to check out and see. Now, the way that our documentation is laid out, first, it's just docs.algoboxpro.com, docs.algoboxpro.com, or just go to our website, algoboxpro.com, click on documentation at the top. That's where you get here. You can click on the top up here for search for any topic. This is defense leg. You're like, oh, what's that concept Vinny talked about, defense leg? We have the written out version of this. Okay, we're looking for a strong delta on one side or the other. This is a bull side. Do we have a bear side one? Ooh, we might need that. Eddie, can we put it on our list here? Hey, by the way, it's great to have you back, sir. Can you put it on your list to also show that we have another one, or if this, haven't read this back yet, but I don't think it's, I don't want people thinking that we're only looking for a green side, you know what I mean? And I do think we should also, I don't think we have the small bull, big bull. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. Okay. However, down here, now here is a video around that. And this is how all of our documentation is laid out, where we have, we'll have some graphical details along with text, and then we follow it up with what I believe is still the absolute best way to learn anything is via video. Picture's worth 1,000 words. A video is 30 to 60 frames a second, so do that multiplier. It's extremely powerful to see it in video, see especially something being done in real time. Okay, so concepts are there in documentation. So if you are looking for details. Okay, there's cross number 1. So, oh, and there's an enigma right back behind it, so that may continue to push this up here. I want to look for the second and the third one for the best play entries now, because I got to be more cautious. I'm already, let's see, is that really just one play? Yeah, I swung at it multiple times. No, that's 2 trades, so 2 losers.
I don't think there's going to be another stream of it though.
They're starting out here this morning. So saying they're pushing a reset. So 9s, 1, 2. Yeah, on bear side, and I think there's some other things we'll have to probably talk about. Big and small. So we're looking for 500 for a small bear, and 1,000 for a big bear or big bull. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 500 or 1,000, and then the take profits. So we kind of need, like, I'm picturing like a grid where we need to be able to graphically identify, saying on the left hand side a little bull or a little bear equals, so take profit zone is 125 ticks. Now we're talking about NASDAQ particularly. It's like this, we also have to say that these numbers are based around NASDAQ. These may adjust based on things like ES or other instruments. So 125 on NASDAQ, 250 for big bull, big bear on NASDAQ. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we'll talk about it later. I'm trying to put some numbers on the board here. I am not doing a good job of that as of right now. Okay, there's our second cross. So if we start to break down under this, I'm hearing sellers. We are on the sell side, And I'm going to go ahead and start getting a position here on the second cross inside here. Want to try to make it a big one. Trying to make a showing here. And again, my expectation is we come all the way back down that take profit zone where they can come down here and take their profits, like literally come down here, come take your profits. And we had another big bear in here, which could give another take profit zone. So I grab the middle of this zone, measure it down. It's probably going to be at the open. Yeah, it's going to probably be even more than that. So that is a 1500. So we're looking for 250. The idea there is actually 250 ticks for a big bear or big bull. So that's all the way down here. There we go. Second take profit zone has now revealed itself. Now it's about playing it.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Zeus. Oof. They're snapping me. I don't like that snappiness. Okay, there's 30. Now remember, the first one I want to look for is 40 ticks. So it looks like that diamond will probably be my 40 tick area there. Trying to maximize the position because again, I'm playing from behind now. So I am looking to play. I am looking to try to max it. All right, so Dr. Seuss, adding on a Seuss here to see if they're going to continue on with me. Come back to my POE. I will half it. And look for cross 3.
Johnson, House Speaker, says some legal analysts don't believe in shutdown back pay.
House Speaker Mike Johnson answering questions on the shutdown back pay.
Oh, don't like the sound of that. Marching it up in there. So I'll look for that third cross to get at it. Hopefully a third one will come in there.
Nominee to the senior Pentagon official for Indo-Pacific, John No, says strongly supports Trump's statement that Taiwan should spend upwards to 10% of GDP on defense.
Wars and rumors of wars. Zeus. Oh, fill me now. They're doing me dirty today. It's getting tricky for entries here. So I held out for that 40 ticks earlier and it went 33, did not go 40. Feels a bit ominous.
Johnson says, I hope furloughed workers receive back pay. This
feels so trappy right here.
Johnson also says Trump also wants furloughed workers to receive back pay.
Enigma short on the GC2. NQ on the 4.
Okay, red dot. Come on. Trying to maximize the play opportunity. Risky. I'm playing from behind right now, so I can't be super risky on that. Not ahead in the count. We pop over that dot, I have to stop out and reassess. Okay, there's a Seuss. Are we going to turn? Are we going to go? They're wanting to go the hardest way possible. My goodness.
10 minutes ago, we're expected to hear from Fed's Myron speaking in a fireside chat.
Where is my...
There is a Q&A with moderator, and there is a live stream, which we'll post it out on the feed for you. It's also on the left-hand side on the economic calendar. If you just click on it, it'll open up. We have posted out the video on the feed for you to watch.
Seuss on king timing. Come on, be the one. They're not making it easy today. Finally, the 40 ticker. My goodness, that was difficult. I feel like I might be a little rusty. Like, I could have played that. I'm just looking like, how did I not do well over this? I don't know. Oh, it was because here. It was just here when I tried to play it back down there shorter. I mean, I'd take a big bounce up into it. Second cross, as I said before, second cross is best place to play. We did. I played it, and then I just got shaken out because. I mean, I'm trying to hit even after the contest, I still have that, like, you know, I want to make up for some lost time there. And we've had, you know, some red days prior to being back on our live streams there. And so that is, I know, also playing into the back of my mind here, but, all right, trying to keep my head in the game here. It is 10:22. We got 8 minutes till 10:30. Had news coming out there at 10:30. I believe we have some big news events today. I need to look at that again. We have Red Star news. later today. I see 3 reds down in there. Late day. We have 10:45 FOMC member speaking, 10:50, 11:30, and 12, and 12:10, and 3 o'clock, and 4:05, 5 minutes after the close. Oh, come on.
Senior IBM shares hit record high, last up 3.5%. 5 minutes ago, we're expected to hear from Fed's Myron again.
Talk about a company that kind of came back to life. IBM.
Text, but there was a Q&A, and we have posted.
It's the last time we heard anything about IBM. They just they've been keeping heads down. Those are the mainframe guys back in the day. So they're back into things. They said all-time highs on IBM. Are they going to be the ones? I mean, I just picture a bunch of mainframes where they're. Has anybody seen Black Mirror? And you know the episode where people's consciences are downloaded into the Matrix. Y'all see? You know what I'm talking about? ES is at the open line. Oof. ES is technically. I mean, you know what's really sad? What's kind of driving me bats right now is ES is pointing down. Okay, it has been pointing down, and NQ didn't make its big move down. So listen, it is very strong. Okay, this is what's making me nervous about NASDAQ, because if ES points up any moment, and NASDAQ is just waiting for any excuse to let it go back up, because normally as ES points, so NQ goes way farther than normal. And ES has been pointing down. Should have, again, more things that have been adding confluence to my direction on holding this all the way down. Trying to hold it for the big play.
Reach a session low.
Yeah, AS400, Mike Watkins knows, bro. To know the AS400, you've been around a while, bro. You know what I'm saying? Black Mirror is such a mind bender. It is. Think Palantir trying to create digital versions of us farming out our data online. Oh, no joke, bro. That's deep in there. That's deep in there. All right, 36. Can we go to 40? Can we get 40 ticks out of it? Can we at least give me 40? I saw 36. Can I get my? I've been down 5K here. Can we get this back? Down 400 now. We back. Okay, we're back in positive territory. Finally, come on down. Finally, come on down. Yay. All right, how greedy am I going to be? How greedy am I going to be? Am I going to hold it all the way through? There's 100 ticks. All right, I'm going to take 100 ticks. 10 grand on the day. Let's go. Let's go. $10,000 on the day. Coming back from minus 5K. That's a $15,000 move. Let's have a little celebration. Get a little stress off. Sometimes I just got to sigh. You got to take a little breath. That feels good. Does that feel good? That feels good.
You got this, baby. I know it's been crazy. You don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep stopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk. No, don't go with you, not here, it's just not home. No, I can't let go without you near. Feel alone. I'm holding on your tricks. Got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play. AlgoBox, you turn it all around. You tell me that you need me, then you go and show me how.
Alrighty then, get the money gun out that Don hooked us up with. Shout outs again to Don James hooking us up with the digital money guns. How fun is that? That was a little bit fun. Do me a favor, smash the like button. We need to get to 100 likes, folks. It's only 7 more. Can 7 more people smash the like button here for us? Let's get to 100 likes. Can we do that? Can we do that? First day back in a while. Good to be back. We had to fight through that one. We'll talk through it. We'll talk through it. We'll walk through it. Let me crank that music down just a little bit. Listen, you don't have to do it this way, okay? You don't have to, you know, like, I like to celebrate. You don't like to celebrate? People are like, all right, just celebrate. It's a little too wild. And that helps me. I need, you know, when I'm going through some slow motion, grindy, stressful, feels stressful, it's like, dude, will you just go? Just go. Look at all this that we had to, like, wait through, and it's so slow. How many minutes was that? It's like, we entered here. That was 10:10. Speaking of 10:10, hey, 10:10 come Friday, we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing special offers. Come on Friday. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be awesome because there are going to be prizes for the first 10 people that sign up for a little something something. If you have been on the fence, you've been coming out here doing a 2-week free trial with us, and you're like, you know what, I think I want in on this. Cool. Friday's going to be your day. 10:10. It's going to be awesome. It says our 9th year. Y'all, we're coming up on year number 10. I mean, technically, as we crossed over, that was our 9th year. We are now in our 10th year. Holy cow. Wait, let me think about that. Y'all, we've been out here 9 years, completed there in September, into October. This is when we officially launched the original OG. Now, mind you, it was in January of that year, but our official launch date, AlgoBox, the name brand, all that whatnot, I think prior to that, it was just Vinny out there online. It was Vinny's Toolbox. Had not received the name of AlgoBox. Receiving of the name right there in September 2016. Holy shnikes. That's wild. 9 years. And now we are in the 10th. So if we make it all the way through, if the good Lord has us to be here, and I'm saying not AlgoBox, but I'm saying if all of us, because quite frankly, he could return any moment, folks. Like, for real. Get right with him. Okay? And if you don't know him, I've got a way for you to do it. Top left of Discord, hit the prosperity is yours. It's literally, it tells you a very simple prayer. It will explain to you. You just need to know and believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for you. You just got to know that. Just believe it out of faith. You're like, well, I need to know it. No, listen, there are plenty of proofs. Go out there and you want to watch a video on it. There is a book called A Case for Christ. You want the book? You want the book version? Go check out A Case for Christ. You want the video on it? The guy who literally tried to prove that Christ did not come to earth, that he was not here, he was not an actual person, that the history was wrong. He ended up proving that he was. And The Case for Christ is out there. Go check out that. If you need the logical proof, go for it. But by faith, believe, and then receive his free gift of salvation. That's more important. That is literally more valuable than anything you're going to do for any part of your life. Any amount of money, any amount of clout and fame, whatever, means nothing. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? It doesn't mean anything. Everything you're doing, you can know all these things. You can know all about the angels. You can know all about the angelic realms. You can know all about the spirituality of all things. None of it matters if you don't have love, and he loved you enough to come. No one else has died for you. I'm telling you, unless you had an accident, somebody pushed you out of the way of a bus, no one has ever died for you. And he didn't just die for you like, oh, got hit by a bus and poof, you're out. He took the most torturous pain for you. It was an agonizing death, the worst of the worst. A Roman crucifixion, you cannot get worse than that. But before the Roman crucifixion, they beat him, put stripes upon his back. Through his blood, you are saved. Without the shedding of blood, there is no remission for sins. He is the only perfect sacrifice for you. He gave it to you. Accept it. There is a prayer. All you have to do is say, Lord, I accept your gift. Thank you for sending your son Jesus to die for me. I am not perfect. Thank you for being perfect. I can be in your perfect presence because I am hidden under the blood of Christ. He paid for me. I accept it. And then your life will change. Your life, you will not be the same. Then he says, if you love me, keep my commandments. And when you keep his commandments and the things that you do, you will be rewarded in heaven. Listen, I tell my kids, like, look, I'm not saying that it is exactly like this, but when I'm trying to relate it to a child, parabolistically, okay, a parable to my children, they love Minecraft. Minecraft has a couple of modes, two main modes, creative mode and then survival mode. We're here on Earth in survival mode. You understand? We have to work for everything. I mean, you've got to go, if you want a stick, you got to go cut off a piece of a tree. If you want, you know what I'm saying? If you get, how many of you guys have played survival mode? Anybody? Anybody played survival mode on Minecraft? Type of 1. 2 if you haven't. I actually hope I see a bunch of 2s. Okay, I'm just saying. You're old enough to not be playing Minecraft. But if you played Minecraft survival mode or even know what I'm talking about, type a 1. If you know about Minecraft, basically type me a 1. 2 if you don't know what I'm talking about, and it's okay because I'm going to try, like if we get a bunch of 2s, I'm going to try to relate it in another way. But there's this game that the kids love to play, Roblox and Minecraft, and it lets them build infinite worlds. Like you can do all kinds of crazy stuff, but the first one is survival mode, just surviving. Like we take these things for granted. Like I can go over here, I can lay down in a bed and all kind of whatnot, but like literally being thrown into a wilderness with nothing. Now what do you need? First thing, well, food, shelter, clothing, water. Okay, well, to get all of those, you have to do something. That's survival mode. Then there's creative mode, where, yes, you get this infinite world of possibilities, but you're given everything and you have eternal life. Listen to what I'm saying. When I have to relate this to my children, when you go into creative mode, in the creator's mode, you following me? Are you following the heat that I'm bringing here? And it's not me, it's what the Holy Spirit is bringing. I'm just a mouthpiece. I'm just hitting here on this microphone that he's given to me to tell everyone, I hope, well, to you, those who, if you were brought here, listen, here's your message. Minecraft on creative mode, having infinite capabilities to create, to design, to have all the amazing things that God created the world and earth to be. And I don't know, again, it's not exactly like you're going to have Minecraft. I'm literally not saying you are. I am parabolistically speaking this, okay? So don't anybody take me literally like, Vinny thinks heaven's going to be Minecraft. What an idiot. Okay? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to relate it to a child. Creator mode, unlimited capacity. If you were to understand the blocks in Minecraft for a minute, if you think that the blocks are squares, but God was working at the atomic level, having the capacity to build things at the atom level, instead of blocks being the smallest piece of the puzzle to build with, building with atoms, okay, and the numbers of atoms and all that kind of whatnot. But basically, being able to live infinitely, infinite energy, infinite capacity for growth, infinite materials, infinite life, infinite, there are challenges, right? But no death, no sorrow, because my sons are like, oh, I got hit. Son loved Minecraft, Wilburn, you know what I'm saying, right? But my kids love getting into, both modes. They've played both, but they play survival mode for a little bit, and then they're like, let me go. I don't want to have to mine these. I don't want to have to chop the tree all day just to get like one block of wood to, build one wall in their little house thing or whatever, right? But to be able to have infinite capacity, but the reward system. So it's pass fail first. You have to get to heaven at all, to live with eternal life, to not be separated from him, to avoid hell and the condemnation. You have to pass fail, accept his gift. If you reject it, he already says this is the condemnation. If you deny that God came to earth, you are condemned. You are condemned. Don't get mad at me about it. It's what he said. It's his deal. You say, well, Vinny, how do you know it's that religion versus others? Let's talk about that logic here for just a minute. Every other religion besides the discipleship of Christ, which a lot of people refer to as Christianity, little Christ, what we're not. Look, I think that's a mockery name. Christian people are overly using that. I mean, I see, Katy Perry had claimed to be a Christian. Little Nas, the guy who literally, did nasty stuff with Satan in his video stuff that I couldn't even watch, but I have heard. The putting blood into tennis shoes, like weird stuff. And I'm not talking about like, oh, the blood of Jesus. Like, I'll almost be like, it should be more of a Christian thing. Like, put the, I've got the blood of Christ in it, but we couldn't get his blood. Anyway, my whole point is that was disgusting and disturbing, with Lil Nas being like, I don't even know. Does anybody know what kind of blood he put in there? I don't know. It's weird. He was putting blood in tennis shoes, supposedly. I don't know all the details of it. I just hear, I've just seen the demonic stuff. You just know Little Nas is not, but he claims to be a Christian. So be careful. Like, well, they claim they're a Christian. Be careful of the claims, okay? He says you will know them by their fruits. Okay, well, I have to look at the fruits. What are the fruits that he's yielding? I'm just saying. Gross? Probably not, okay? And I'm not his judge. God be this judge, okay? We're all wretches. That's why we need him. Just going to keep laying that out there. But there's a pass-fail. If you deny his deity, if you deny his coming to earth as man, he says this is the Antichrist spirit. Anyone who denies that he came here to earth in blood form, in flesh, denies him. Don't deny it. Now, if you really need the proof on it, I'm telling you, just at least take the time. Even today, go get the video. It's on. I'm pretty sure it's on either Netflix or Amazon. If you want to, it's like, well, you have to buy it, dude. I will buy it for you. Okay, send me a link to it. If it's there, fine. I will buy it for you. I'll send it to you. If you need to, if you really want to go into the case for Christ and you can't afford it or whatever, you just don't feel like paying for it, I'll pay for it for you. If you need the logic, somebody who can speak it better than me. But I will tell you this: all other religions require you to pursue something in order to earn your way there. Every other religion is do this, do this, do this, and you will earn your way there. And you come to God. He is the only one in this religion. If you're going to say, if you're choosing between what's real, it's literally the only one that stands out. That's why everyone hates Christians. Like, they don't hate on all these other religions. Why is it? Because they're all, I hate to pull it to you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm going to speak it to you, man. Whatever it costs me, I am telling you, they are all lies. There's hints of truth. There is partials of truth in them, but it's to guide you away from the absolute truth. It's the only one where he came to you. Any Hindu god, any Islamic god who came to you? All these others are come to me, do all these different things and earn my whatever. Not here. Here is, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to die for you. He's coming and telling people, sacrifice people to me. Just saying.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
If you got questions, what's up? And if I know I'm speaking strongly of it right now, but it is because I love you. It is out of love that I'm telling you. I don't get any benefit from telling you the truth, and it's not an ego thing. It's like, well, he just wants me to know his. No, it's not that. Like, literally, if you choose not to, it's not gonna be life changing for me. I'm not gonna plus or minus for it. Well, no, I take that back. The Bible does say that there are rewards for bringing people to the kingdom. So everybody's going to judge in some way or other. I haven't met a lot of you, but I feel like even in my connection with you guys online, many of you I have spoken with. Some of you I have met in person. And I do care about you. At the same time, I can't care about you like your Father in heaven does. You know what I'm saying? We all can say we care for people, but at the end of the day, like, am I gonna, you're gonna come and live in my family with my house? We got some limits around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I struggle with these things back and forth sometimes. And it's like, well, how far do you go with all of that? All I know is the amazing thing is all the stuff that I can't do, he can do. He has unlimited resources, folks. He's on Minecraft mode, creative mode, okay? We're here on Earth running in survival mode, all right? I guess that's my best parabolistic way to put that. We're on survival mode here on Earth, and it's a fun game. I've told my kids, and my kids said the same thing to me. He said, they were saying, I asked them, actually, do you think the game would be fun if there weren't enemies and it wasn't challenging and there wasn't the fear of loss of something, no, the games would not be fun. No game is fun without the danger. So who makes the greatest games? Well, the ones that are dangerous and you're having a challenge to get through it and whatnot. Well, then who's the greatest creator of the games of all time? You might say, oh, EA Games, or oh, who was the one that did Blizzard? Remember Blizzard Entertainment? Who did Blizzard get bought by? Anybody remember that? That's a trading related item. Like, who bought Blizzard? But Blizzard used to have awesome games too. But who made the ultimate game? The creator created this ultimate game called Life. It's a survival game. Do you want creator mode? You want to play in creator mode? I think you do, because you're not going to like survival mode when it starts getting really dark, y'all. Activision? Yes, Activision. They made great games too. But what was fun about those games was the challenges. Everybody talk about the bosses in it and the things and the hard parts. And of course, it might take you 10, 20 tries to like finally beat the boss or whatever. And you might complain, well, you fail the first time. Oh, man. But no, you keep at the game, right? You keep at those games, and it is fun. The challenge of that is fun. That is the challenge of life. People are always like, well, if God loves us, why does he have a challenge? Y'all, if he made the game so easy, you would hate him for making it too easy. All of us. Like, how many gamers are out there that we've been in games like that before? The game's too easy and it's almost dumb. It's like pointless. People literally are like, this game is pointless. It's too easy. It's like so it's just too easy, right? It's like playing platitudes in life. Microsoft completed its acquisition of Blizzard. Okay, Microsoft bought them. Okay. And Microsoft bought Minecraft. Microsoft, what doesn't Microsoft own? And I just heard recently that so Bill Gates told everyone that he has 65,000 satellites. How many does Starlink have? Let me look at that real quick. How many Starlink satellites are there? All right. Let's see. As of late September 2025, over 8,400 Starlink satellites, with plans for future launches that could eventually expand the network to over 42,000. Okay, that's for Starlink. But let's see. How many does Bill Gates have? Now let's check this real quick. Because I heard RFK say this, by the way. So let's double check on our stats. Let's see. He's a benefactor in companies like Earth Now and Teledesic. Okay, so that's how they were coming up with those numbers. 65,000 from the companies that he's got ownership in, Earth Now and Teledesic. Ones I've never heard of before. RFK had been talking about 65,000 satellites that can cover every inch of Earth. Fascinating stuff. Let's see. Bill Gates is a high-profile backer of Earth Now, a company founded in 2017. Let's see. His plans was 100 change constellation of 840. So I don't know where they got that. Like, when I heard that number, I was like 65,000. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know where RFK got that number from. So take things with a grain of salt. I don't believe everything I read or hear. Did they make Candy Crush? Oh, I don't know who made that one. I don't know if that's good or not. I was super annoyed that kept trying to pop up on my computer all the time. Call of Duty, Warcraft. Oh, man, these are all good games. You know what I'm saying? Diablo, Overwatch, Candy Crush. Oh, it was and Candy Crush. Wow, that's crazy. Highly addictive games that are fun because of the challenge, right? It's the challenge that makes things fun. All right. What's our time? So we're hovering at the open. If you want to know, like, this is places that I don't like to play. Okay, this is. I'm just looking at that right there. I do not want to play around this. This is called the Nopen line, right? Open. It's the open line. And if I were to go, nope. All right, I'm not taking trades here. So we call it the Nopen line. If you hear us joke around, around here, we've got a funny little ism that we call the Nopen. The Nopen line. Institutional philosophy says to me, I choose to see Jesus as my brother, and that has brought me closer to him rather than putting him on a pedestal he didn't ask to be put on. Jesus walked with his disciples, not above them. That's a neat way to say it. Let me ask you something. Him as your brother, got a question for you. So if he's your brother and he's coming over to your house, God of the universe in human form, I'm curious how you would treat him. So you think that you're co-equal to him. Let me ask you this. If he came over to your house, where would you take him if he was hungry? Would you take him to McDonald's?
So it looks like the video started for Feds Myron, but
Or where would you take him? Just curious.
stage, yeah.
Like if he's coming to your house today, okay, you're Zacchaeus, whatever. What are you gonna make him? Or if you're gonna say, well, I eat it at my house, whatever it is. I'm just curious. Oh, he's coming over and he's like, hey, let's eat. You know, I'm new in town. Where would you take me to eat? Just curious. And I have a point with this. Like, where would you take Jesus to eat? Let's think about this. Or what would you make for dinner or lunch if he put that to you? Yes, sir. You're gonna play try to catch the ball? Yeah. Where is the ball? Where did it go?
Well, I think we have.
You gotta get another one? Okay, yeah. You wanna bring the ball? Yeah, bring it.
Okay.
Steak and potatoes. All right, that sounds good. So this is specifically to institutional philosophy because he's a thinker. So let's see, institutional philosophy. You're gonna see where I'm going here in a minute. Hopefully he answers. That's right, Casey. He climbed up in that sycamore tree for the Lord he wanted to see, and as a savior passed that way, he looked up in the tree and he said, Zacchaeus, you come down because I'm coming to your house today. All right, so if he's coming to your house today and you're going to prepare for him to come over and he's just same with you, like I said, I'm asking what would you treat him to? Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and make my point. He's not answering. Classic people who like to talk a lot. That's not what I mean by equals. Why would I take him anywhere? I would make him a grand meal. I would honor my brother, not worship him. Yeah. So again, that's fine. But what's interesting is like you're coming over here, you know, trying to challenge what I'm saying, and it's fine. You know, you're trying to throw into a different like, well, I do it like this. Well, you know, we all think our way is right. Toss it to me. But I put it like this: is that if it's your anniversary for your wife, spouse, significant other, and you tell her, you know, I'm taking you to McDonald's, just because you're like, oh, we're just gonna pretend like it's everyday life kind of thing and whatnot. Anyhow, I think we dress up for our significant others or spouses, etc. You know, maybe candlelight dinner, things of that sort, out of honor and reverence. Right? But in reminding everyone, the first time he came as an humble servant. The next time he comes, if you read the end of the story, you know how he's coming the next time? He's coming in full glory and full power. But he even taught us in the upper room, he said, unless you can be a servant and do the lowest thing, you cannot be the king. That's what he said. Also to me. Okay, folks, we might have an up move here. Here's why. High time frame. We might have a 1-2-3 banger on a high time frame. This is we have a 7, 3, 8. Then we went to 5. This is about 1 higher. This happens a lot where we may see an up move here on this 5-1. 1-2-3 banger to the long side on the 9s. So keep an eye on that. Be very careful. We're also sitting here at the open line. You gonna toss it to me?
If the economy does well, it doesn't have.
When it's your birthday?
When it's gonna be my birthday?
Yeah.
My birthday is in December. But that's really nice of you to ask me. But you know what's crazy? That's so nice of you to ask when is my birthday. Your birthday's coming up next. Did you know that?
Came down.
When's your birthday?
I don't know.
You don't know? Your birthday's next month.
Yeah.
It's just 1 month away.
1 more day, then
1 month.
Myron has
A whole
monetary
month.
policy has risks.
Yours will be in November. Ready to catch? Here it comes. Yeah. Have you already thought about what you would like to have for your birthday?
Yes. The donut, the beer. I drank the dog.
Myron says there are
Yep,
risks.
he's king and he's going to return as king. And literally with his breath, he's going to take out the Antichrist and all the people who have come up against his people. So, how do you tell if something, listen very closely, how do you tell if something is real?
Myron says my view is monetary policy.
I'm going to say it
should be
one more
forward-looking.
time. How can you tell if something is real? You ready?
Wait.
Ponder that one today. I'm not even going to give the answer today. You have to come back tomorrow for that one, or come up to the answer for yourself. Let me see here. Yes, I'm ready to catch the ball.
Yay.
Oh, that was a good one. Are you ready? Oh, you're getting better at catching.
Vince Myron says monetary policy should be forward.
Oh, nice throw. You ready?
Policy impact.
Oh, almost. You missed. Oh, you broke. Oh, you broke it.
Win on inflation outlook. There might be many others.
Okay, let's see what we got here. What's our time? We have 5 minutes till 11 o'clock. Floating on the open line. We have an enigma on the open line too. I would love to have taken that one up. Yeah, I mean, anybody go ahead and take that. It's 20 ticks to the target there. It hit its target. But yeah, I have some amazing plays we'll set up there around the open line, and it'll just, it goes. Generally it's riskier here. It's a big risk zone, high risk around the open line.
5 minutes ago to give the New York Fed 1-year inflation expectations prior 3.2%.
Yeah, I may think maybe absorbs there. Yeah. A lot of people's decisions happen at the open line there, and so the things that are normally that you can, the algorithms go to battle here. A lot of, here's what my philosophy around how I read into markets. Like, you have this open line. This is the official, everybody knows where this is. Well, a lot of algorithms are written around the open line. Okay, a lot of them. So whereas an algorithm can take over and we can detect it and we can play it the way that it distributes, once you hit the open line, who's in control? I mean, like, imagine hundreds, maybe thousands of algorithms firing off at the open line, and some of them are set up as mean reversion, some of them are set up as trend continuation, some of them are set up as delta scenarios, all kinds of different. Imagine all of the algorithms. If you have anybody who's coded before, all of your algorithms firing off at the same place, because all of them have some kind of piece of code that says, if we're at the open line, do this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I picture this area being. This big cluster of battles going on, battles of the algos all hitting around the open line. So I'm like, nope. All right, I just don't have a good... It's hard to get a good read here. I guess that's my... And you may have a differing opinion. Anybody got a good strategy that you play around the open line? But no, just in general, like, we have great play setups that'll just barely go to target, like this one, and just saying. Okay, so right behind that 5.1, we got a red dot. All right, so that is a headshot short, power headshot short coming in here to push it down and through. And so yeah, sit here and wait and watch for some new play opportunities. Remember, this was the second take profit zone down here. So again, my expectation was to get here, but again, the ride there, difficult. Obviously the best place for the entry would have been here. What's this right here? Pop quiz, what do we call that? We got Mega Late Nate plus a PRZ cross. Two of them. So, and there's an AO one in there, so it would be a power PRZ cross.
Mara says easing shelter inflation
For that entry right there. Mega late Nate. Why it's a mega late Nate? These two together, that's your mega late Nate. Late Nate is the white cross. Mega late Nate is when he's got his buddy. How many ticks away would you consider it to be safe? Yeah, to kind of get away from that zone. That's a good question. You can't do it in ticks because it depends on the algo bar size you're on. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like a pixel measurement, because there's like a zone around that area. It would be different between the 4s versus the 1s. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to go down to ticks, depends on how many ticks you're targeting for. So that's why I'm not trying to purposefully be enigmatic about it, but I'm literally telling you it's enigmatic because it depends on which algo bar you're on. So if you're going to say while I'm on the 4s here, so if I'm going to, let me get a measure. I'd say like when we get away from it, probably down here in this take profit zone. Okay, I'm going to give it 100 ticks. Yeah, so when we get 100 ticks away, it feels like multiple algorithms that might be trying for 25 or 50 or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to say it's about 100 ticks for me around the 4s. It's a good question. Don't think about that too much. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm like, when it gets away from it, right? And when it gets away from it by around 100 ticks or more. And yeah, right now the middle of the take profit zone is almost exactly 100 ticks down below for the take profit zone, but it's also 100 ticks from the one above. So again, there's this weird zone here. Just be very careful around that one for me.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, still some news coming out here.
Three spot 38%, 3 spot 38%. Seeing the Treasury boosting 4 and 17-week bills sales to record levels.
Record levels. Okay, we might get some volatility here. Anytime they say record levels, all right. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Means volatility is coming. My little dude left that door open here, and I need to reheat this coffee anyway. So let me take a quick break. It's 11 o'clock. Here comes the news. I'm gonna reheat this coffee here real quick and close the door here. I'll be right back. Smash that like button.
The US are looking to sell $110 billion in 4-week bills on October 9th, settle on October 14th. And is also looking to sell $69 billion in 3-month bills on October 8th, settle on October 14th.
Fib.NQ on the 4. NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 8 bands touch NQ on the 39. Double delta NQ on the 4.
It's Myra says AI may be pushing up neutral rate cut, but it's unclear if it has so far.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Double delta NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89. Lower bands touch NQ
So
on
for
the
the
39.
September households marked down future financial situations expectations and households upgraded view on personal finances. September household spending expectations cooled. And September year-end expected food prices rise highest since March 2023. Labour market expectations lost ground. Also, 5-year ahead expected inflation at 3%.
Double delta
This is
NQ on the
2.9%
4.
in August. Also, September Fed
Fib.NQ
says
on the
September
4.
3-year ahead expected inflation unchanged at 3%.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Divergence of NQ on the 9. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the 9. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39.
Shares dropping 4.3% session low.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89. Interest short on the NQ. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39. Of NQ on the 9.
Seeing some further
Lower
downside
bands
over
touch
here.
NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Here come if you get it. If you can come, close the door. Oh man, I heard it. I heard it. Of course it's happening while I'm not there. Oh man.
Feedback to Fed.
All right. Please tell me somebody caught those big moves.
Shares touch session low after raising gains.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89 on the NQ3.
Isn't that how it always goes?
Of NQ on the Divergence of NQ
You're like,
Fib.NQ on the lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
you walk away and you miss the big play.
Fib.NQ on the NQ4.
All right, what do we got here?
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Oracle gross profit margin from rentals of servers powered by NVIDIA chips.
So we got the Enigma going on in there.
on the NQ4.
Myron says bond market reaction to Fed supports push to aggressively cut rates.
Okay, so high time frames are coming into play here. Big move. So I like to look at the high time frame. High time frame here.
Oracle generates $900 million in rentals of servers.
Big red dot. 89. Chugga 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 forever, and then blah, 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 blah.
NQ on the
Myron says I don't
39.
think the Fed needs to actively target long-term rates.
All right. High time frame. So now let's go to the next lowest time frame. So now we come to the wave. Okay, we got a red dot coming up here, and that's a power headshot 6.3. High time frame. Remember, higher time frames, higher risk. Oh, I just missed the entry right there. All right, hopefully somebody grabbed that headshot.
Fib.NQ on the 39.
Thinking some overshoot.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Yeah, it was a fun run down there.
4.
Myron says the Fed does not need to target long-term rates in normal circumstances. US stock indexes turning
Finger NQ on the
S&P
39.
500 down
Double
15%,
NQ on the 9.
Nasdaq down 0.56,
NQ
down
on the
0.1%.
39. NQ on the 39. Double delta NQ on the 4.
There we go, there we go.
NQ on the 39. Double delta NQ on the 4. Lower band touch NQ on the 39.
The rocket scooter broke. The scooter broke it. So funny. It really kind of does, just prove to you that people just don't know what things are. Like, try to pretend like you invented S1 and profile nodes. Like, it's a little bit comical to me. And people who try to pretend that they invented tick and trend.
NQ on the 39. Lower bands touch NQ on the
What does that mean? Flew out? I don't know the words you speak, bro. You speak a different language. You're like, deeply overshoot. Scooter flew out. I don't know these words, bro. What are you saying, Captain Price? Love you, bro. Speak English to me, bro. Can somebody translate? Came without shock absorbers. I don't know what that means either.
short on the GC.
You speak some interesting lingo, my brother. The ones that I do not know. Okay, bots are... I don't know what's going on here as they're coming up here. I'm going to flatten all on the bots. Bots are down 2K. And I don't know. This market has now gotten a little bit too wild for that. So I'm going to take the losses on the bots there for now. Flatten all. Now I'm going to let them keep going back on here after this movement here. But
$125 million gross profit in server rentals.
yeah, I'm going to flatten that here real quick here. So currently bots are down 2860.
$900 million in rentals of servers.
Some wild action going on here. All right, up to a 7, 11. Okay, there's our 3 and 7. Oof. Okay, I think this is a spot I want to short here. I need to hear some sellers step in around this 7.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 39. Upper bands touch.
Waited too long. All right, should have taken it. It was I was trying to wait. This is what do I say before? Like, you pay for confirmation. If you sit there and you're like waiting for AudioBox, but at the same time, like, what is this play? That's not really a cross by itself is not a play, right? So this is just your having to use experience on that one. Like, so that's not an actual play. Just so y'all know, not an AlgoBox play, just a 7 by itself. Again, I tell you guys all the time, trade nothing alone. Now that is a power PRZ cross long right there, and see how far that popped up. 41. I'm liking that we're finally getting some speed back though. This is what I like. We're back in business. I like the speed now. Now we're talking. I'm tired of that grindy stuff. Let's get going. Who's with me on that? You guys excited about some extra speed? Oh wait, did you mean Scooter blew out when you said flew out?
Fib.NQ on the 4. 2 finger NQ on the 39.
You mean he blew out in the contest? Okay, those are descending, so continuation up there. Looking juicy, and there's an 8.3. All right, I'm gonna short that. 8.3, mega late and 8 with the ready DD. Let's see how that goes. There's a 20 bag. Can I get a 40? I should be able to get 40. There's 36 and 40 ticks. 13,311 on a beautiful. Get ready. Mega late and 8 plus a delta shift. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Targets filled. We got to get the buttons back on live streams. It's been a bit.
Bruh. Another one.
All right, let's see. DCing. Yeah. I mean, just people got all kinds of ways to play their stuff, but define the pressure. Is he in the Patrick Weiland contest?
Double delta NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 39.
Fitzmeyer says all economic data needs to be nuanced.
Trader Joe, that was fun. Oh, Trader Joe's writing in caps saying that was fun. Trader Joe, how'd you do on that? Did you hit a home run on that one?
NQ on the 4.
And US government data are gold standard around the world.
Where are you guys at today? Tell us in the chat. How far are you up today? Or down? Let's play. Let's have a little P&L moment. How much what's your profit for the day so far?
Myron says declining response rates have been a significant problem.
7,500. Nice job, Joe. Eddie's 6.7K. Nice. Very nice.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Grups got out of bed to trade a competition. I got no chance in. 6,100 for the Grups. Nice job. Very nice, very nice. Missile, you not feeling well, bro? You're sick? Oh man, I'll be praying for you, homie. Mr. Hendricks up 11,483. Nice. Douglas up 600. 25,000 for Kit Carson. 2,500. Loving it. Now he's at 8,000. Nice job, Joe. Okay, we got another short right here. I just missed it. I was excited about watching the chat there. Hopefully some folks took that one. There's that is nice, bro. You got okay. Look at this is what we love about AlgoBox. This is where you get the combination. See what I'm saying? Like you can just avoid all this noise. You're like noise. Jackpot. Everybody understand how that works with AlgoBox? Like, and boom, then there's something you want to hit. You know what I mean? So what do we got? Multiple things. We got a shark for the structure. We've got a cross for the what was PRZ cross. Now you got a 7.7. Well, if you're looking, most recently did a 7 turn it? It did. So tuning. Let's talk about tuning. If you've watched the video on Alpha Omega tuning to go, okay, well, how are you gauging what's important? Did I know the first time when I said that 7, like I don't have a gauge on that? Like, well, 7 by itself, I can't really. I mean, I wanted to just out of pure instinct. Wanted to take that short, and I said I'm going to wait for audio box confirmation. It never came, right? Remember that? I said I paid for confirmation because I sat there. I didn't even I paid for it, meaning I did not get paid because I did not make any money. I didn't take the play because I was sitting there waiting for confirmation. When you wait for confirmation, sometimes it's going to cost you, right? If you just initially maybe toe in the water, quarter position, which is what I should have done. Anyhow, if you're trying, like looking back, trying to improve, continuously improving, call out yourself on things where you could have done better on scenarios. That's all I'm doing as well. And I'm not out here telling y'all I'm a perfect trader. I'm not telling y'all I'm out here I'm saying the best trader, but I am saying we do have the best tools. There's not a tool out there better than what we have. Now, executing on it, you can get better at it. So since we know that the 7 was a nice turn, right? You should keep 7 in your head, right? Okay, hey, 7 was really good recently, okay? So the next 7, the way that I look at it, if in my it has to be recent. Can't be like, well, yesterday is 7. You know what I'm saying? Recency is key. We have a video we just put out on that. The RIK, R-I-K. Recency is key. The most recent scenario, most recent information is key. So what is valid right now? It's 11:11, Make-A-Wish time, right? Look at the time on the clock. 11 o'clock. Now it's 11:20. So within the last 10 minutes, we had a 7 that was a nice pivot point. So I'm already looking for a 7 tuning. If you've watched my tuning videos, you'll see what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go search for Alpha Omega tuning or AlgoBox AO tuning, because we refer to it as AO tuning, synonymous with Alpha Omega tuning. So the Alpha Omega crosses, here we go, a 7.7 on top of the Shark PRZ, the Shark back structure, and then you get a ready DD around it too. I mean, come on. It's a beautiful trifecta. Then, even if you miss the first one, now you got a little, if you were to like, okay, you missed the entry, like, okay, I want to get in, and then boom, you get a red dot. Awesome, right? Because now you've reduced your risk on the dot entry. Now, you didn't get the ultimate entry back here, but just that dot right there ain't a bad entry. Not bad at all. Stop right back behind the dot. Tiny risk on a dot entry, as you guys have heard me before. Boom, 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 and then exit on, again, I'm not saying you're going to hold to the moon. However, can you hold to the opposing signal? And that's another 7, right? If 7s are important, it's a no-brainer to exit on a 7. Yes? Now let's look at the measurement on that, how many ticks that is. From 7 to 7 here, 100 ticks. Look at that. And how many times have I told you? These things like to move in hundreds, especially when they're at their high of day or at their all-time highs, or if it is moving in a direction and it's going to give a pullback. Sometimes it's not going to give more than 100. It'll give 100, but it ain't giving a tick more. Sometimes it's like exactly 100. Sometimes it's like 99 and then pivots and goes right straight back.
It's expected or any Q&A, but
right.
We have the video popping out in the feed for you. It is on the left-hand side of the economic calendar as well.
So there we go. We got a Super AO to the long side. By the way, we have Super AOs on full auto. Does everybody know that? Super AO, you can actually turn full auto on. So if you go back and you want to back test, you might want to try one of these, do a back test on Super AOs. What is a Super AO? This is a Super AO. Okay. So Super is a ready DD with an Alpha Omega cross. So go check out those videos, go look at what a Super AO is, and if you're wondering if you can do a Super AO, if you have the Enigma Dream Pack, okay, you would need one of the Dream Pack purchases with our product to have the Platinum Edition level Enigma Dream Panel, and then you can have Super AOs and Enigmas to entry for entries.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 39.
Confluence, that's right, Mr. Manigold.
NQ on the 4.
Let's see.
We have posted our discussion at Star Tribune's North Star Summit 2025 on the feed.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 39. Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4. Enigma long on the NQ3. Fib.NQ on the 9.
All right, switch dot red on the 9s. So we've had expansion. Okay, boom. So we might be coming into consolidation. Okay, it's getting things getting a little tighter here. So we're not looking for home run 100 tick plays here, right? So I'm not always, just so people know, if you're new with us and just come in here and like, well, you know, Vinny held out for those 100 tick trades earlier. You play ball for base hits. Base hits, doubles, singles, okay? But then when the home run play shows up, you're ready for it. Does everybody kind of understand that concept? We want to make the majority of our income on base hits. This is base hits, base hits, base hits, on occasion home runs. Okay, now when the market's super slow and it's super like, yes, I'll hold out until we get some kind of play set up for something big. But even when I'm waiting around for good plays, like I might wait and wait and wait and wait, and then still get a quick one, right? And still grab a 20 bag, a 40 bag. Now, the reason I'm saying that 20s and 40s is because I'm on the 4s now. So if you've watched my old videos, just so you know, when you're going through our training program, I'm talking about smaller accounts. I'm talking about, I want to say more of the risk. Like literally video number 1 outside of, let me talk about how this is kind of broken down. This is important for those who are coming in new. Okay, you have the boot camp, boot up. All right, get booted up, boot up. Let's go quick. Okay, 8 videos, 8 days, 8 videos. It doesn't have to be 8 days. We did them over an 8-day period. You get the benefit of, now you get to go and get the cut up version, but you didn't get the real-time interaction. And I did cut out a lot of some of the communications, so I think there was benefit to the people who attended live. But now this is a perfectly, I won't say perfectly, but there is a curated version of all 8 of the days that we did. So go check out the 8. Then things get really important. Okay, now come down into the real training. I won't say real training because the boot camp is awesome. If you've been around the markets for a lengthy period of time, you know, you don't necessarily need to know all the basics. Boot camp might be all you need, but then you might want to go and find individual components of what we're doing. If you hear things while I'm in a live stream, going into the full premium training, okay? You need to go get, go train in the premium section. Once you have purchased, you will get access to what we normally talk about. It takes about 40 days to complete, because and that's digesting everything, talking about like all the deep stuff, every piece and component of those strategies. I hit all of them I would say quickly. I went in depth in boot camp over every strategy, but then what's behind even individual components of the strategy, even more examples, even more in-depth, how to practice, getting into practicing, practice sessions, how to, the things like 10x rules, the things like my experience in the markets with windfall day scenarios, and I feel like there is a lot more. I'm sorry, I'm going kind of blank on. I feel like I kind of might need to go get a refresh, and I think we will as we're coming in here into our. I mean, this is our 10th year, y'all. This is a decade public, and we just completed our 9th year, and again, super exciting stuff coming on Friday on 10/10 this Friday. Don't miss it. Probably going to be Thursday because 10/10 I might be out doing some other things. But come 10/10, we're going to be putting out some exciting discount offers and opportunities and giveaways and lots of stuff to celebrate as we go into our 10th year of AlgoBox. Holy cow. So going through our training camp, quick mode, and then getting into the deep stuff. So if you're wondering some of the stuff that's in here and the various isms and the phrasings that they come out of the main training, and you do need to go into that. So yeah, hopefully that's clear. If you got questions, let me know. But if you are new with us, it's not just the 8-day boot camp. Then you're getting into the deeper stuff, and we'll cover the things that you're like, oh, I didn't hear you say that in boot camp. We do talk about those deeper items, and especially around that whole concept of hitting base hits, and the base hits are smaller because you're like, well, in the very first originals, like when you're going into that section, you're talking about hitting 10 and 15 tick trades. Yes, on a smaller time frame, which I still do think that new traders, like you, especially if you're practicing, you need to practice on those lower time frames because you want more repetitions. Like it's not important about hitting longer, bigger play setups. You need to get really good at the base hits. Okay, you need to go to the batting cages, swing, hit those base hits, because the home runs will formulate later. The more that you hit base hits, you'll know when the meatball's coming, where you can just smash it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that's helpful. Love that you made it as simple as possible, but not simpler. Oh, thanks for that, sir. It is true. That's kind of what AlgoBox, the AlgoBox philosophy is: everything you need without anything you don't. Good morning, Cal. Great to see you.
Divergence of NQ on the
I can't really fit your favorite. Expect to steal home off a bunt. That's a good point. Sometimes you got to lay down a good bunt and, you know, get on base. Get on base for the big home run hit to come. And you still don't have to hit home runs to win games. You know what I'm saying? You can be really good at just keep moving people around the bases. Moving around the bases, moving around the bases, moving around the bases.
NQ on the 39.
Ready DD on MacV with that play too. Yeah, good point, Guardy. Yes, sir.
Supposed to be at 11:30. We'll give a video on
The semi-auto jackpot.
on the left-hand side.
Joshua Moore, yo! How are you, sir? Welcome aboard. Gotta walk before you're a runner. That's a very good point as well.
Divergence of NQ on the 39.
So yeah, I wanted to. We're in a weird. It's a weird spot right here. Okay, high time frame. Let's see what's. Okay, is it gonna break?
You two meet each other.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Let's see. We're not even at S1 yet, y'all. So yeah, I mean, look out below. Okay, I'm gonna quarter position this here, maybe a half. S1's down below. I mean, let's just see if this thing keeps falling out here. That's an 11.8. Normally that's going to be a reversal here, but I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot here. I'll close it out above the crosses here if we start to pop up a little bit too far here. But this just might have some continued dropout. We're not even at S1 yet. What's the time? It's 11:32. We're not even at noon yet.
Divergence of NQ on the 9.
Well, almost looking too easy for the short now, so that might not be happening. Oh, we cracked the Gartley. Okay, so that's not a good sign here. I think I'll be pulling the close here any moment here. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. All right, I'll take the loss on that. All right, so it didn't continue through. We do have a J hook forming. The entry, best entry is going to be right up here. So ideal entry, J hook is here. So you see the J hook, target 1, target 2, target 3 down below, which will bring us into that S1 that I think we're probably going to be getting to at some point here. And I could have just probably held it there, but yeah, trying to, just in case they wanted to pull some kind of crazy number there. But yeah, looks like we're coming all the way through. We cracked that Gartley, so it made it a little bit hard. Trying to maintain my risk areas here, but we are getting a little sketchy in this area here. I said it might be a little bit of a tricky spot here.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Lower bands touch NQ on the 39.
Wilburn said, hunting the Sunday Open? Yeah, maybe. Well, there's a prior low right there. Prior low. Again, we just one piece at a time. Like, I've never been one of those guys, you know, saying stuff like hunting the Sunday Open. I mean, that's stuff that they talk about on Twitter and whatnot, and all those guys are just full of crap. So we just go, what is AlgoBox, you know, telling us? What structural components do we have? Where are our combinations of things?
NQ on the 4.
You know, we're just looking for play setups and entries. Let's see here. All right, we're coming up into the J-hook area. I just missed the entry. Look, it tapped it really, really fast, so I should have pressed the button there. I should have done a quarter position right there. What did he say? Just a heads up what? Is there some news event coming? Hold on, what time is it? 11:33. There is an FOMC member speaking on 12 o'clock. German president speaks. There's a medium impact with ECB. President Lagarde speaks at 12:10, so right around noon. We've got some macroeconomic events coming. Hey, you know, I love that you admit it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to shake that stuff, but it's what you hang around. I was listening into a podcast this morning. Shared it with a couple of my friends there this morning. That be careful who you're hanging around.
Fib.NQ on the
just pause that right there. Be careful who you're hanging around. Has anybody heard that philosophy and statement that says that you are the summation of the 5 people that you hang around the most? You guys familiar with that? Awesome, Brian. Get heading out to appointment. All right, brother. Blessings. Let's see. What's your total time in the market this week? Just curious. That's one thing I love about AlgoBox. You don't have to stay in the market forever. I mean, how do you gauge that? Do you count time in market? I only count time in market on how long my trades have been open. So this is interesting. So to answer this question from Manigold, there is people think sitting at your desk means you're in the market. I don't believe that. My philosophy is the only time you are in the market is when your capital is in the market. I don't know if anybody's ever said that before to you or not. I look at markets differently. You're not in it unless you got money in it. You understand what I'm saying? People who talk, it's like ICT, you know, gabbity, come sit on my shotgun Saturday where I just talk about how, you know, the markets are hard, guys, you know, markets gonna be hard, and you're gonna have to be, you can't be cool like me and not ever trade, and then but make a bunch of kids believe because you act like you're their daddy. Come sit with me, I'll tell you about what it was like when I was growing up. You know, when I was growing up, things were hard. Hey guys, when I was growing up, things were hard. When I was growing up, things were hard. Guys, when I was growing up, things were hard. I used to have to do magic tricks at Pizza Hut. I was delivering pizzas, and I was doing magic tricks for the kids. Yeah, that's right. Magic tricks, just like I'm doing right now. I'm like, look over here. Pay no attention to the fact that I can't do anything over here. Pay attention, look over here. I'm doing magic tricks for you kids every day. Listen to my words. Listen to the cadence of my voice while I'm shotgun Saturdays. Sit with me in my Corvettes. I have 2 white Corvettes so that one part of my personality can go in the white vet on Saturday. The other personality can go on Sunday, but definitely not going to church. But I'm going to pretend like I'm a Christian. Oh yeah, follow me. God told me how to trade the markets. Yeah, right. One of the gods did. I believe it's the same one that was on the dollar bill. It says, "In God we trust." I'm pretty sure that's not the creator they're talking about there. If you're going to go to the whole philosophy study on the one world order and the eyeball that's on the top of the pyramid and all that kind of whatnot and what God they're actually talking about, it's a lowercase g. I'll just put it that way. All right. All right. So I'm going to put that tinfoil hat right back over here on my desk. Boop. You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Don't cry about it to me. Actually, go ahead and cry to me, but I will just tell you the truth, and I don't care if you don't like it or not. I should have you sit there 4 days, never take a trade. No thanks. Doesn't build it. Yeah, he's like, I'm reading the tape. Not even knowing that this is what tape looks like. This is tape, ICT. Somebody want to give ICT a screenshot? This is tape, okay? Time and sales. This is called the tape. ICT, let me teach you something, bro. And I like to tune into myself on occasion because you need new content. And you're like, let me see how I reteach what Vinny's telling people and call out the silver bullet. Oh, no, it's the golden bullet. Well, they don't know about my titanium bullet. I'll never tell you about the titanium bullet unless you come on Saturday with me and listen to me for 4 hours. Shut up, dude. Anyhow, this is tape. ICT. These are candles, bro. These are candles. Visual representations of time and price movement. These are called candles, bro. When you're reading the tape, you're just reading candles, bro. Stop telling people you're reading the tape. This is the tape. You have to look at the actual orders going by to be looking at the tape. And this is a filtered version of the tape. Anyhow, I hope you guys know. You guys know. You guys are smart folks. All right. All right, we broke through S1. Awesome. I kind of knew. I was like, dude, come on, we ain't even at S1, bro. We might be doing S3, S4 today, y'all. So
lower bands touch.
Ready up. Ready up. 9.3, popping it up. See, isn't that the beautiful thing about AlgoBox? Like, you're going to have something at the key level area scenarios.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
I hope not. My mates are all multi-boosted weirdos. Be careful of that. You know, listen. You know, this podcast I was listening to there this morning, a lot of what they were talking about was being unafraid to just call out what's right and wrong. We are so afraid to call out what's wrong these days. We are weak. There's a Bible passage that talks about cowards, and it says that the cowards will be next to the hypocrites. Just saying, don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. Don't be afraid to say the right thing. Don't be afraid to tell the truth. Stop placating to these idiots that you're hanging around. No offense. But if they're idiots, I mean, they're idiots. God loves them just the same. But your job is to disseminate the truth and be bold about it and take the repercussions for it and get a reward for that. You don't get a reward for doing the easy stuff. Let me just point this out, okay? It's sort of like, you know, my kids will come and like ask me for stuff, and especially when they're asking for like way more than whatever it is, and I'm like, have you done your basic stuff? You know, have you done your chores? Or you cleaned up your room? You know, just basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have that with y'all's house? Do y'all have issues like that with your kids and things, or is it just me?
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Kashkari says it's too soon to know if inflation will be sticky from inflation. It will be sticky from tariffs.
Josh, I got you $600 in just 10 to 15 minutes. Very nice, sir. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He's getting
Convergence down NQ on the 9.
Disqualified your Apex account. 50. Nice job, Pastor Mike. Love to hear it, sir. Excellent work. Excellent work. But yeah, I was encouraged this morning in this other podcast of, you know, and it's one of those, it's like, dude, I want more of that in my life. Like, I feel bad because I can't remember the guy's name. Johnny, what was the name of that? I sent it to you in our chat. Barrick? No. I think I sent it to Eddie too. Let me see. John Bevere. John Bevere.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
You guys want me to share this with the chat? You know, why am I even asking you guys? I'm going to do it anyway. All right, I'm sharing it too. You guys are all my friends. Okay, look. I'm going to talk about a big word called dispensationalism. Dispensationalism. The word is dispense. There is a time and a place to dispense information. So dispensation says the philosophy is that not everybody's ready for the level of depth that you're about to bring them depending on certain topics, okay? So for instance, I can't teach you algebra before I teach you addition, subtraction, multiplication. And that's the easy way to put it. So not everybody's ready for the deep stuff, okay? But I think some of you are. So I'm going to unapologetically drop some of the big deep stuff, and I'm going to start dropping it in our public chat. If it's not for you, you're not ready for it, whatever, just do this. In your spirit, don't get mad about it. Okay? If you think you understand it and you're mad about it and you want to bring questions about it, I would encourage you, rather than getting mad or sad, anything else that rhymes with mad, sad. If you want to be a dad, okay, that's fine. But you know what I'm saying? Not everything that rhymes. But my point is, think about it. If you want to have a conversation about it, let's have a respectful conversation around it and your questions, and we're happy to talk about it. But understand that people are at different levels, and stop being so naive or bold to assume that you are at a higher level than someone else.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 30.
Pause and rewind and play back what I just said there, okay? You're not all that in a bag of chips, and neither am I, okay? However, if I'm sharing information, like, don't get mad about it. Okay. Big Wheat says, anyone had issues with Max 2 lately? My layout is still there, but when I try to move a chart using the control tab, it doesn't move. Hey, so you guys talking about like Max 2 third-party stuff and whatnot? You notice I don't even talk about that stuff anymore. Like, I don't talk about Max 2, but yes, they somewhere, like, that used to work amazing in old school Windows 7, Windows 10 even, then Windows 11, like Max 2. Like, they changed the way that Windows works, okay? They're using WPF. It's a different type of Windows forms for the way that operating systems work. And then NinjaTrader and NinjaTrader 8, they did a different Java style frames, and then I don't know, I think they've come back to using WPF. But the way that Max 2 works, I mean, I'm getting deep on this stuff. It just basically know this. Go talk to Max 2 support around that stuff. If you're asking, do other people have problems with it? Yes, I'm going to say that other people do have problems with Max 2 not arranging things properly on their screens. So let's talk about what is supported. There is a tool. It's one of Microsoft's super tools for arranging windows. It is called, one second. Fancy Zones. That's what it's called. Okay, now I haven't made a video on this because I still don't like it. It doesn't work. It still doesn't work the way you want it to, but you can look into, like, basically what happens is Windows kind of changed the way Windows snap, their whole snapping scenario. Windows tried to make their own snapping layouts, which broke. What I could tell was Max 2 stopped working as well with the Windows snaps. And then the other thing is I don't like the gaps for the snaps. All right, you all know I like to kind of rhyme things because it just makes things easier to memory peg. But the snapping features in Windows broke it with gaps. Like, so even though that they will line things up side by side. So, like, for instance, if this is like this and then it snaps it to it and it's like this, like, it annoys me that there's this gap here. Okay, so I stopped using all of it because I'm just OCD. Eddie, you use Fancy Zones? Okay, does it still have the gap thing?
Fib.NQ on
says
the
a
4.
bullish labor workers have a very important role in the
Divergence
economy.
of NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4.
So for quick built-in arranging Windows Snap layouts. For Windows 11 users, Snap layouts are built-in, easy-to-use feature for arranging windows without needing to install an extra tool. So see, this is the other thing. Like Windows has built their own now. So if y'all don't know this, like again, a lot of people don't know this is just a Windows thing. You can do all kinds of things to how you want to arrange things better. Back in the day, you did not have this. This is why I'm saying, like, I don't talk about Max 2 anymore. But it's like, how come you don't talk about Max 2 anymore? Well, because Windows 11 already did theirs. I just don't like it because it leaves gaps and all this stuff. So I just arrange mine myself. But here you go. Access layouts. Hover your mouse over a Windows Maximize button or press Windows Z
They're not seeing the evidence.
to display available layouts. Okay, anybody ever done this? Hit Windows Z, okay, to display the layouts. Arrange instantly, select the layout, then choose which open place you want to put it. Snap groups, and you can lay out arrangement, blah, 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 blah. So there's that. Then there's also this, like what Eddie's saying he uses. This is the one I was talking about in the Super Tools. And it's not Super Tools, it's called Power Toys. So if you install the Power Toys utility for Windows, anybody heard of Power Toys? That's what I was talking about. I call it the Super Tool, but I always say Super instead of Power. Anyway, it's Power Toys, not Super. Okay. Power Toys has, inside of Power Toys, the reason they say it's multiples and what is it? Power Toys is a group of power toys, literally like things that you don't actually have to have, but very handy stuff. There's one that's got an image resizer, one of my favorite things with this because we have to image resize stuff a lot. In the Power Toys, there is an image resizer, super handy. So install Power Toys if you want. One of the items that's in there is Fancy Zones, and yeah. If and when I have time to make more teaching training videos, maybe we do one around Fancy Zones. Yada yada yada. But I've actually heard like it doesn't work well for other people either, and for me it does it with gaps, and so I don't use it. So if I'm not using it, why would I tell you to use it? Kind of thing. Makes sense? Alrighty then. You can remove the gaps by setting the space around zones to 0 when modifying your zone template. This is for Power Toys Fancy Zones. Oh man, Eddie just solved the problem, folks. Eddie just solved the problem. I didn't know about that setting. Thank you, Eddie. That is amazing to hear. Well, I might try it again then. Thank you for that. So yeah, I might try out Fancy Zones again. He said that my thing where I get annoyed by the gaps, he says there is an adjustment for that. You can set it to 0 and they're right on top of each other. Nice.
Divergence of NQ on the 89. Double delta NQ on the 4.
If you've made it this far,
Morgan spends $2 billion a year.
Wait till you see what's next.
Divergence of NQ on the 39.
All right. Wish I would have hit that one right there. Beautiful. So remember when we are on either side, we were deep red side. First test of a PRZ. I want to hit that one. Stop above. A little bit bigger on a shark there. But we also, not only that did that shark hit, we normally want to hold and wait until the shark back. But this one, when we're already strong sell, and we have the channel along with it, that's a nice one. It's just, that's a beauty. Beautiful play. Move down off of that, it's over 100 ticks. Look at that, 119 ticks off of that shark and the trend, auto trend channel. Prior low, we hit the prior low. That was that's going to be Well, I don't know if that's a Sunday open or not, but it is. We did hit that prior low we were talking about.
For $2 billion.
Okay, we hit S2 yet?
$2 billion.
No, we're not, folks. We aren't even at S2. Everybody's like, wow, it's a big move it's made here, bro. We ain't even at S2 yet. We are not even at S2 yet.
Diamond adds, it's the tip of the iceberg. JP Morgan is getting better at AI.
JP Morgan is getting better at AI. Oh my goodness, y'all. The people who are working on it don't even know how it works. Their method is build it, train it, and then the only way they start to learn how it works is test it and ask it questions. And then, but at the same time, they have learned that AI know how to lie. What are they talking about? Are you crazy? All right, I'm about to swipe at this. I need an entry. Here's the ready DD.
Kashkari says, it's far too
Here's King timing.
of AI on our economy.
I'm gonna quarter position on it. Stop at the top of the ready DD. Putting a hard one just in case. Would like to see something else here. Need to hear sellers come. There's 20 ticks. Trying to hold for the full 40.
Fib.NQ on the
Oh,
floor.
there's a dot. All right, so we'll exit here. All right, so grab the 30 bag. And there goes the full 40. Okay, cool. Now, why am I holding for a full 40 there? Because we have the MACV with us. So let's talk about a couple things to teach you guys on if I'm going to play against this color right here. Just as simple as this is what's awesome about our tools. If I'm going to play against this, I'm going T1. Against. If I'm going with it, 2. Real simple. T1, T2. You'll learn that as you go through our boot camp areas. Now, why I say T1, T2, and I don't give you a tick count, because the tick counts adjust based on which bar size I'm on. I'm on the 4s, so my T1 is 20. All right. My T2 is like 40. Makes sense? So I'm trying for T1, T2, and based on where we are on moderate sell and the type of entry play that we're getting. So this is a get ready. And what's the structure? Pop quiz. All right, I'm not gonna answer this one. What is the structure here?
The video is on the feed.
It said get ready. So it's a super what? What's the structure? Because again, I want a structure after I've got an RTFA event. So RTFA, real-time order flow analysis. So RTFA event, ready DD, get ready, take the next play. What was the play I took right here? What's the structure? Pop quiz. Time to tease the brain and lock it in.
Enigma long on the NQ3. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Channel regulator. Very good, Pete. Pete, man, it's good to see you, brother. Pete is always the fastest, man. Not always. But I'm saying
JP Morgan's Diamond says
he is classically he's fast on the draw, man. He's a quick-witted individual.
Are okay now, but a recession could happen in 2020.
Quick recall. Yep, channel. That's right. Top of channel. Top of channel. That's right. Now, if you said 3 drives, I'd give you extra credit. So you also had 3 drives.
Lunch.
Probably
at some point
3 drives into the channel, which is why I was semi-confident there. I should have, when I saw the 3, I should have added to it. So I should have gone a half position instead of quarter. So I'm improving even myself. I'm telling myself, you could have gotten bigger on that, made more money on it. So
maybe.
We're excited about having succeeded in the play, but now how could I have done better? Okay, I could have done better, right? Makes sense. Okay, hey, the bots are making a comeback. Bots are down 740 now, so they made a little comeback. I would say a little. I think they were down over 2,000 from before. It's a significant comeback. Okay, there's a super AO. Oh no, there's an AO. Okay, hold up. This could be trouble. That could be problematic. Super AO. But we got an Enigma here, and I'm hearing buyers on the tape. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it. Not worth it. Super AO with a, I mean, you basically have a conflict right here, so I need to. I'm gonna second guess myself there on that. So people ask all the time, "But what do I do? What do I do if there's two things in common?" Well, you don't have to take the play. You don't have to take the play. If you don't know and just like it's something like that, just okay, like bail out. But there was a lot of first I see the Super AO. Next came the Enigma. Remember, recency is key. Well, what was more important? Well, the one that made me really nervous is because the Enigma came secondary. Then we got the dot, so we end up pushing an up move here. So if you were going to go with that, you'd have to go to the upside. The problem is I've got, I won't say problem, but the other considering factor here is we have been, you know, mostly the nerd. The three correlated instruments at that time are short. Okay, I'm going to play this as a DCR. Again, same thing. Now that we cracked through that, I'm going to play this as a DCR, stop above the crosses here. So I'm going +1, going slightly, I want to say slightly, double the size from before. Got a bad entry on that. Playing the DCR, but we have a dot in there, but we do have yeah, this is gonna be no, I'm closing it. Okay, we got a blue dot in there, power dot. Would love to see this shoot up here, and I will smack down on S1 and that gold target up top there for a GLR. I need to hear sellers step back in if I'm going to re-engage this spot here. I'm gonna draw a little box here. Bloop. So DCR is the play, but we're getting a bunch of dots here. I still want to slap at it if I get sellers.
Divergence down NQ.
Also surely expected here from Eastby's Navy.
What's ES doing? ES is pointed up a little bit, but again, I want to slap at it. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. Oh, cracking over the top. No, isn't gonna hold. No, I think they're gonna launch it. Okay, I'm gonna take that loss. Some kind of news is about to come out here. Let's see what happens here with the news. He said 10 seconds till some news is coming. Got 3 drives here, can play again here. S1 just up above us.
It says Merz's government needs to speed up German reforms for the economy.
Okay, news is done. Here comes S1. Again, I really want to hit it when it gets up here.
Touch NQ on the 39.
I FOMO'd that, unfortunately. Give me my first set of red bars. Want to hear the seller, I'm sorry, the buyers stop buying. There's my 7.1. All right, going in on the 7.1. We've seen 7s. 7 has been the tuning today, so going for it. Recracking it. Okay, we cracked it, so that's not good. So there's the stop. Because I am well up on the day right now, so I am being a little more risky on that. See if I can get the buyers off the tape. Oh, they're staying on. It's a second 7 here. Whoa, we're pushing. Okay, dots are on it. Okay, we came all the way back to neutral. We are no longer on the red side, sadly. Okay, there's some wild action just coming up out of here. They sliced right through this red dot.
Reports, now
lower time frame. Okay, so something in whatever this news event is potentially causing. Okay, there's a big 5.5 Super AO on the 9s.
107.38 BCF a day.
Right here. All right, let's see. Could be trouble for me. Let's see. I'm going to add always on top here. Keep it on screen here for us, and let's see if I can work through this position here. I want to hear sellers. Don't like that they're hanging it right there. Uh-oh. Nope, they're going to keep running. Okay, I'm halfing up. Need to hear sellers.
CEI sees 2045 WTI
Oh, come on.
Forecast of $64.
I'm borking it up here.
And 2026 forecast.
Break that dot.
$48.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Break that dot.
$47.77 a barrel. They see 2025 Brent price average of $68.64 a barrel.
There we go.
$67.08 a barrel. 2026 forecast of $52.16 a barrel.
It didn't fill me.
$51.43 a barrel. Just seeing
Tried to maximize the play. All the way back down through S1. All right, I'll take it off right there. Did lose on that play, unfortunately. Looking for a better play. Didn't get a great exit. Slippage on the way out. No surprise. That was the white line stop from before. Got a red bar. Can we re-engage? I'll quarter position on it. Here comes king timing in a couple bars. Seuss. King timing. Hope they don't go on a run.
Also, EI sees 2025 world oil demand 104 million barrels per day versus prior forecast 103.8 million barrels per day. And sees 2026 demand of 105.
Back to neutral. Boo. Boo.
105.1 million barrels per day.
Somebody ban BF. I already told you you're going to continue to be disrespectful and come back to my room with your nonsense account. Somebody ban this BF account, please. I told you to change your name.
107 million.
Bye bye.
107.2 million barrels per day versus 106 million.
Okay.
Also, a reminder: ECB's President Lagarde is due to give a speech. Text is expected, but there's no live video available.
Use your burner account elsewhere. All right, 3 drives and a turn. I'm going to give this a shot here for the 2-try rule. See if we can get back down under S1. We came up fast. So question, how many of you guys have been around long enough to have heard me say, if it's fast, it's not gonna blank? What? Shout out to Short Guardy Play there. Mac V, Obos, DD, Delta Spike, plus a late Nate there. It's a Short Guardy Play? What's a Short Guardy Play? Not gonna last, that's right. It's coming up fast, probably not gonna last.
We have posted out the EI Steel report for October 2025 on feed free to.
That's right, it's all you guys who said last. Now come back and somebody tell me what is a Guardy Play. Y'all gotta be careful listening to a lot of other folks, I'm just saying. It's just, you gotta be... The 3-drive band hammer sounds better, yes. Ooh, 7 might be pushing it back up. So 7s are pivots. It's a green one. Please break under it. Stay under it. If we pop up above it, I will have to kill it. Trying to get a play here. Get down in there. Want to hold to an opposing signal. Get down into a green. Thank you very much. Close it. Ah! I didn't have my chart highlighted. Sorry for screaming into the mic there. I was like... Panic. I'm like, okay, there's the opposing signal right there, and I needed to press close. I was hitting my hotkey. Be careful. Make sure you have the proper chart highlighted when you hit your hotkey. The hotkey will apply to whatever chart you're on. I tried to press close.
Prices will go up across the nation. Also, remember with Lagarde, so she'll be speaking. There'll be speech by Lagarde followed by Q&A session at the Business France event. Business or European.
Double Delta NQ on the board. Fib.NQ on the board.
Oh, I just missed the entry on the dot. Okay, I tried to hit the dot entry and I got slipped. All right, this is a bad entry on me. Boo. All right, I'm just gonna close it. Got a crappy entry. Tried to hit the dot. Slipped so hard.
The video is on the feed already. We'll pop it out again.
Okay, what of any of those? You know, I'm gonna ask this question. Like, these are the things that just remind me. Like, I came to a thing recently. I was like, why am I even live streaming? All I hear are people like, well, Guardy does this and Plutonium does this and all these people do. Like, do y'all not need me? Just tell me. Tell me in the chat. You don't want me to live stream? I'm perfectly fine with. What of any of that list that you wrote is Guardy doing any different than what I've taught?
Trump says that we will talk trade.
Why are y'all continuing to tell people to follow people? You're not telling them to go to the documentation, learn how to play the system. So like, well, just do what so-and-so does. Why do y'all do this? Stop it. Or keep doing it. Like, dude, I don't need to have the live streams. I really don't. I'm sorry to be that way, but it's very frustrating for me. All the stuff that I've taught you guys, and you're like, well, Guardy. Like, what? What are you talking about? Guardy's a photographer. His main job is a photographer. Do you, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, I'm up Tim Can today. It's lunchtime. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. See ya.